is stay.
Here's a little light of mine that I would never dare to find if you and I didn't collide.
All I wanna do is stay.
You've taken me by surprise. You brought me back to life. You didn't even have to try.
All I wanna do is stay.
Yeah, I'm flying away to the birds in LA and I won't be back. But I promise to you that the miles in between us will never change. The nights we stayed up and felt our pain, turn into love a million days. Wouldn't be enough, so I can't stay.
All I wanna do is stay.
Time I say goodbye, missing you is hard to hide, but baby it's worth the price.
All I wanna do is stay.
With confidence in your eyes, you've taken off my disguise. I'll never leave that behind.
All I wanna do is stay.
Yeah, I'm flying away to the birds in LA and it hurts so bad. But I promise to you that the miles in between us will never change. The nights we stayed up and felt our pain, turn into love a million days. Wouldn't be enough, so I can't stay.
All I wanna do is stay. All I wanna do is stay.
I wish that I could stay. Stop counting down the days. How bittersweet to say. I wish that I could stay.
All I wanna do is stay.
All I wanna do is stay. But nothing will ever change. The nights we stayed up and felt our pain, turn into love a million days. Wouldn't be enough, so I can't stay.
All I wanna do is stay. All I wanna do is stay. All I wanna do is stay.
Set out, left off from the shore. She thinks it's buried deep right now. I've reached the top. I'm falling right back down to earth. It's calling now. Feast my eyes upon this wasteland. Right now the map's becoming clearer. It's all in my perspective. become so clear to me. Not all treasures buried, it's all in your head. Just try to hear me out. They've got you locked up and out.
Flat on the floor of my life, the world just leaves me behind. I wanted more at this point, but I keep losing my voice. I don't wanna be like that though. Let it grow a fucking backbone. I don't wanna be like that though. Let it grow a fucking backbone.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Baltic Esports League Season 2. I'm your caster, Envy, and of course I'm joined here by V. And as you remember, maybe the last week we had a prediction game where the loser will be found out and then he has to do the punishment. And as you can see you can read pretty well what's written on here on this guy's neck. It's pretty beautiful, isn't it? But okay, I believe we are ready for week 2. Let's check out the schedule for this week so we can figure out what we're going to see, what are going to be some exciting games, maybe call matches of the week as well. So let's check out the schedule right now. As you can see now on the screen, WSD Sports are going to play against Not Like This today, Lithuania against AST eSports, and Celtic against Lattelecom. What do you think about it?
Apparently you know better.
Yes, definitely I know better. But still, tons of exciting games. These of course, are none of our matches of the week. If I remember correctly, which did you pick match of the week?
This week.
Yes.
I believe I went, actually, let me quickly remind myself, because there are so many interesting games that I might actually have forgotten which I actually chose.
Yep, I want to see where is my WSD Sports against XGR. As at the moment I don't see that on the screen. It should have been there. Maybe I'm mistaken. Let's check out that as well. And of course, remember that today we're also going to have the Vault giveaway for €10. And if you want to join, be sure to type in the chat #Vault so you could all be ready for that. And what was your match of the week?
Yeah, so my match of the week was EU-Estonia versus Skinlords this week, because these teams have been playing pretty close beforehand, like one more time, going back to their similar playstyles, and obviously seeing the performance coming out of EU-Estonia. I really feel like this should be a good match, especially the Skinlords obviously are going to be extremely eager when they're going to be coming back into this next following game after the loss they suffered previously. And obviously they need to regain their points and they need to start crushing their opponents. So I feel like this is going to be a really close match. Of course, slightly depends on the map that we're going to see.
Yeah, as well.
But one more time, probably you'll be able to tell me better all about it.
Definitely. And can you tell me what is my match of the week? WSD Sports against CGR, but I'm not seeing it on the screen, weirdly. Oh, now there it is. Yes, on Thursday. It's going to be the first game there, because if you remember correctly, first season we had a pretty long game, 66 rounds in total, 6 overtimes between those two teams. It ended 34-32 in favor of WSD Sports.
You do realize that if that scenario happens again, we will be driven out in an ambulance out of here.
Yes, most definitely, because that day we have 4 matches that we need to stream, complete fully with action. It's going to be pretty fun. Let's check out as well the schedule, not the schedule, standings at the moment that we have after week 1. We can see a few teams who already have made sure that they're going to be on top of the scoreboard at the moment. There is Mighty Wolves with 3 victories, Figaro 5 as well with 2 wins in regulation time, 1 win in the overtime, and of course Lithuania, who also have played only 2 games. So we can see Mighty Wolves already, I believe, yesterday played 1 game, which they won. What was 16-7 against Skinlords Red?
Yes.
So yeah, that team, the Skinlords Red, they're not doing good.
And also, well, speaking of Skinlords Red, yesterday they also lost the match 16-1, and they lost that to Figaro 5. When I saw the results today, I was like, what exactly happened? Because I'll probably have a sneak peek at some point in time at the demo just to understand what went down, because 16-1 is definitely not a scoreline we would be expecting to see out of Skinlords Red. So I mean, pretty devastating win coming out from them. Further on in the standings, though, we can see that from the position 9 and downwards, we start with AST eSports, EU-Estonia, Celtic, Lattelecom, and then further on we have Skinlords and Team Red Eye and Skinlords Red. So
I'm not used to seeing a team where Gaborik plays in that low at the scoreboard. You can see only 1 victory in the overtime and 1 loss in the overtime. Which is not the start they wanted for this league, definitely.
One more time, so also one of the reasons why they most likely will be very eager to pick up the game versus Skinlords, because both of these teams are in a position where they still need to prove themselves and really need to get the points going for them this season, because obviously the longer you wait, the harder it becomes, and you really need to start working heavy initially
Yes.
You should really see examples from other teams, as we saw.
And there was one more thing, that Skinlords and Skinlords Red already have switched their rosters. Elvis G went out from Skinlords to go to Skinlords Red. I don't think he's going to be too happy about that team in particular at the moment, at least. But do you know who's going to be now the new player for Skinlords? Or there's no info just yet? No, you don't know anything, right?
I don't know anything about Counter-Strike Go. You can meet me on Saturdays here, though, when I cast PUBG.
Yes, exactly. I hope you catch that, because that was pretty interesting already. Quite the action over there.
It was actually a pretty interesting thing to do, because I didn't cast PUBG previously, yes, so exactly. It was a different perspective, and I also was pleasantly surprised that there's actually a lot of stuff happening constantly. And a lot more theory crafting could be put in the sense that the general population would understand it, because for CSGO, like, you really need to be really deep into the game to like really theorize about what's happening on the scene. So sometimes that's the reason why it's maybe not so easy for newer people to approach. So a different perspective. Obviously, there are things that I've learned from casting CSGO and that headed over towards PUBG. And I believe it's going to be a vice versa situation, because also PUBG offers you aspects that you haven't really seen before in CSGO, and that like sort of gives you different insights. So hopefully the stream and my personal casting becomes better off of the fact. Perhaps I'll also learn how to play one day.
Yes,
and
exactly.
Perhaps I'll be actually eligible to talk about all these things.
But let's talk about today's game that we have, the first one up. So it's going to be VAS Sports against Not Like This. I think we both kind of will go the way of VAS Sports in manner of predictions, because this will be the map Inferno that they're going to play. There are just too many cards against Not Like This.
Yeah, well, Not Like This, as we already saw in the last week's match. I mean, the game was backwards and forwards throughout the whole game, and definitely was an intense one. But I feel like VAS Sports still have proven on so many occasions before that, well, they're essentially still the kings of Inferno here at BESL. And I would not expect to see anything else than that. And with this, we're going to start our prediction game for this week. Hopefully I will win, so you can see what extreme punishment I have in store for him in the next following
Is this really extreme? Is this really extreme? Please answer me. Is this really too extreme for you?
This hurts my pride, man.
Okay, it kind of does. It kind of does. And that makes me so happy.
Genuinely upset about this.
That is great. But okay,
as I already told you off stream, don't be surprised to find laxatives in your drink. But speaking of the prediction, I'm going to go and say that it is going to be 16-6 heading VAS Sports' way on Inferno. And your scoreline
will be 16-8 as well, VAS Sports, but I think Not Like This. They, as you mentioned already, the game went back and forth. So at one point they grabbed a hold of the game, then of course they kind of lose. It's going to be pretty tough to hold it against VAS Sports, but I still think they will manage to get those rounds on the board.
Do you think Not Like This will be able to manage VAS Sports' aggression? Because we've seen like they don't really care about what tier team they're going to be playing against. There's going to be aggression throughout the map, so
I think they won't be able to hold it for too long. I really hope that there's going to be at least one player from Not Like This that remembers VAS Sports from Season 1 very well.
I'm sure he does.
And will be able to put up a good fight. I'm going to put my eyes on Procus, just in hopes that he will be, if they start on T side, he's going to be a strong hold on that B position, or maybe a strong mid player. I'm really looking forward to that. And as well, 16-8 is kind of optimistic in a way, since we've seen how VAS Sports play on Inferno. But I still think VAS Sports won't be able to that quickly adapt to Not Like This, as they are going like back and forth in their games. I think they're going to change things up, and VAS Sports are going to be at one point kind of lost even.
Okay.
I can even say that.
Okay, well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I will agree to say you did mention Procus. He's a player that has a lot of experience.
Exactly.
And he's played against pretty serious people before in the past. So I don't feel like this should be a too big of a toll on his shoulders when we're going to be heading into this match shortly. So best of luck to him and the boys from Not Like This. Please, guys, as always, just don't make your team name describe your gameplay.
Right. That is very well way to put it.
Didn't have to say the pun.
Yeah.
Not like this.
That was kind of good. But okay, the next game we're going to have today is going to be Aston eSports versus Lithuania. And I think that game as well is going to be pretty tough on Aston eSports.
Well, I feel like this one's definitely going to be map dependent. We know that Lithuania are able to really get the ball rolling and finish games quickly. Yeah. So if Aston eSports get a map that they prefer, then I feel like, yeah, it might be a really close game. If obviously this ends up being Lithuania's pick, then, well...
You can't put too much hope, right?
Yeah, like
they're crazy.
Those dudes were on fire.
Yes.
For their few matches they've had, so I don't really expect to see anything else today. Yep. But once again, I would be happy to see a close match coming out here, because obviously that would be a bit of an upset in the standings order. And the last and final game that we're going to have today is going to be Autoclutch versus Celtic. So we've put our hopes on Celtic's side for 2 games now, I believe.
Yeah, I think.
And they kind of crumbled.
Yeah, they had one good game, they had one bad game, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And against Autoclutch, they're gonna need to pull everything that they have together to win this team, I think. Because, well, Autoclutch, they played yesterday against, which team was it? XGR.
Yeah.
So, and they played 16-14, they won, so they know how to play tough games. XGR is not an easy opponent.
Do you remember the map they were playing?
No.
Okay, well, we can check that in a brief moment. But I was just about to say that Celtic are probably going to be heading to full play Mirage, I suppose, because they had pretty good success beforehand.
Yeah, as well.
So they'll probably feel like most confident on that map. At least that's what I think. For Autoclutch, I feel like they're organized enough to be able to adapt to regardless whatever map comes out. So hopefully this will be one more time. I just really feel like I want to see like 16-14 games throughout the day here. I feel like screaming because this thing like needs to leave
your shoulders,
my shoulders, my neck, my consciousness, and just out the window.
Yeah, that's gonna happen after today, because we know this punishment will be only in process for this day. So tomorrow he's gonna be without this beautiful thing. You need to put it like where everyone can see it, so you look really good and you can see everything that's written on there. That's part of the punishment, you know.
Yeah,
be
sure.
careful.
Yeah. No,
be careful with that thing. You already. How many times have you cut yourself with that thing, or at least stabbed yourself a bit?
Just a few times, but it's gonna be your first time today.
That's good to hear. At the moment, we have 8 out of 10 players ready.
Yeah.
Which players do we put our eyes on? From up like this, we kind of are hoping that Prokus shows up.
Yes, definitely.
And on the side of us sports, I think I want to name Spur, because he on Inferno, he's just super fast, and the AWP is so versatile in this map. I think he's gonna blow up.
Okay, fair enough. I feel like we'll go ahead with those players that we need to look out for this match, because obviously those would be players that have been not entirely docile before, but they have been slightly tame, so it's time to like get them off their leash. Speaking of leashes and speaking of actually adding some value, there is still the giveaway.
There is still the giveaway, exactly. Volt were kind enough to give our viewers every single day €10 coupons, so you can order to your house when you want. Yeah, very nice, very nice. This is good advertisement. I think Volt will be really happy about that one.
Yeah, exactly. So one more time, by typing #Volt in the chat and making sure that you are subscribed to this channel, you will be eligible for a €10 giveaway for free food.
Yes, exactly.
From Volt. Sometime today during these matches, the winner will be picked at random, and the name will be available in chat. And obviously, I will remind you one more time, if you end up winning the giveaway, you just need to drop us an email at bsl@bsl.pro.
And of course, check out the website as well, bsl.pro. All the standings, all the teams, all the players, they are in there. You can see as well where we're going to head after this regular season. And can you remind me, what was that city, the beautiful city that we're going to go to after the regulation?
The city is actually going to be Tallin, but the hall name is
Saku Suurhall.
Cannot for the life of me remember that name.
But yes, so be sure to check out the tickets at hypertown.pro. All the information is there. Of course, there's going to be cosplay, another fun, whole other fun things to look at as well. It was in the HyperTown in Riga.
You like dressing up?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, well, we'll find out soon enough.
Okay, do you really think you're going to be that good at prediction game?
Because yes, I will stomp you this week.
With what scoreline did I win you? Like 5-3, or was it 6-4?
5-4.
5-4. So it was pretty close. It was pretty close. Okay.
I'm just gonna make sure it's not gonna happen again. So we're just gonna delete this WAD afterwards. And,
Most definitely.
You know, accidents happen, hard drives break down. Like
Yeah, production guy messes up. Like,
copyright strikes. Who knows?
what are you gonna? Are you gonna sing like songs that are copyrighted just to make sure that? Oh no!
Now you're giving me ideas.
Don't do that. No need to do that. But if you were to sing a song, which one would it be?
Wow, you were asking really hard questions.
Yep.
Okay, like I don't know the name of the song, but that mall kid that does the whole cowboy thing in the Target in USA, the meme. You don't remember? You don't know?
Maybe I know, but I don't remember.
Oh my God. Well, we're gonna ask the production guy to show you afterwards.
Okay, deal.
What exactly that is. It looks like we will be heading into this match shortly. Here. We're just gonna quickly check. I believe all the players are ready. Gradually, maybe, perhaps. Yes, no. We'll find out. I believe we're ready.
Already go.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So the ninth round is about to begin.
Yep. Well, what are your hopes? Do you think? I think for eSports they don't really care on which side they start.
Well, they've shown aggression on both sides previously,
Exactly.
historically, so I really feel like they're not going to be too bothered about it. But obviously, starting on the CD side and just getting a solid hold throughout the game is still relatively what you want to go for on this map, because obviously just making sure that you get that solid start. Speaking of solid starts here, it looks like that Spirit will finish off the last remaining of Not Like This, and eSports will win the ninth round.
Yep.
And
Probably gonna start on CT side. I don't think they wanna kind of mess it up the other way. Although I've already seen, I believe it was in the GOEXANIMO tournament that we had this weekend. Mighty will decide to start on Mirage on T side.
Okay.
So I'm thinking like, why don't the teams? Okay, maybe it's not the easiest game for eSports in their minds, but they could like check out how would they do. They start on T side as well.
Well, you really need to pick your enemies for something like that. Obviously, if you are considering that you are playing against a relatively lower tier team, then yeah, sure, you can go for the T side stomp there. If that's what you feel like you're gonna be gaining here, as Shock's already trying to land the first shots here towards middle with the help of his teammate. That is going to be Spur here. Unfortunately, no damage to be dealt yet, but Halflix, oh my god, he will go down to Vista with the one tap.
Let's see now, Spur, he is on. Oh, he's gonna check, but Dream instantly is gonna check, take him down, and Vista still is blowing up in the apartments as now Shocks has to get kills, and he will. Dodd as well gets Dream, as only Dreamy remaining 1v4. Where you saw how well these USPSs are playing in the hands of eSports. Finally, Vista will go down 1v3 situation. Do you think Dreamy has any chance here?
I mean, he still has a lot of time here, but he really needs to check his angle. He spots the player, but Dodd's just keeping his cool there, not moving a bit. I feel like if he would have moved in that situation, that could have gone south, because you're on the stairway, so like you really need to stick to it and just try to get your timing down. Same as Dreamy, like in the apartments when he got that, well, one solid kill, but still it was a solid one. He just shot 2 bullets, waited for the timing, and then just instantly disposed of the enemy. So 1-0, a good start as expected from eSports here. Prokas trying to deal some amount of damage with the Deagle, will miss the shot unfortunately, as Dodd's already with the MP9 in the banana. That nade is gonna deal damage.
Oh no!
Or not.
He managed to push out. Dreamy managed to get into the underpass here. As we can see, eSports, they are all about map control. They've taken control of Banana, and they know that the enemy players are in second, middle, or in the apartments.
Yeah, so you can see this already coming out from round 2 here, that, as I already been saying a lot of times in the previous week here, Banana control is essential. Now, obviously, they're pushing their luck here, but they're going to drop the bomb here. Bichel will find another player. Vista will go find one more, and only Finette remaining with the CZ has managed to find Vista here. Will deal damage, and will find Spur. Does obtain a weapon, and will be looking towards short here.
Yes,
it looked like close, but wasn't enough. So yeah, Shocks,
he came in with that M4, and I don't think you can really battle it with the MP9. Especially, I don't know. I mean, I think he had armor. So
judging by the money, it does look like they had armor previously. Yeah, so unfortunately for them. So 2-0 so far. Are there going to be nades heading towards middle? Spur with the USP push.
He wants to have that up. He wants to have that up.
Yeah, he needs that money. Look at that quick check.
I think this is what we've already seen.
I'm already having flashbacks from last week, where eSports already stomped their previous enemies into T-spawn there. So What exactly is the plan? I don't know. Hoping that one of them randomly pushes and then getting like an MP9, cool. But how you're going to gain back map control?
There's no way I'm getting that back. There's no way. This round is kind
Look
of
at the
already
radar.
lost.
I don't think I've seen this very often where, where the 5 CTs are essentially in mid and the terrorists cannot pass them because pistols. So Fonet looks like is the brave one here to lead the way and scout out for information. He's going to be looking to find the perfect timing with the cross check. Actually just spotted the player there and Spur will take him down. So the remaining 4 terrorist players here still just essentially at the very beginning of their spawn. Halflix here actually dealt a bit amount towards Spur there, but Bitcher with the MP9 will take him down. Spur will take down Dreamus, and Prokas Halflex have also
and they didn't
left
even
the
die.
building.
Look how low they were already, Vista and Bitcher. If they would have died, that would have been at least small victory for not like this.
Still though, I mean, it was, considering it was with Glocks, that's
already
close enough, I would say, to like put a tick to say that you still know how to shoot, but not good enough to actually give you any solid rounds here. So hopefully we're going to see some aggression coming out here towards Banana. You can see the Molotov deployed by Dreamus preventing any sort of CT pushes, but the nade will drop him down to 75 HP here as Dodd's looking to return the favor.
Yes, exactly.
He will do so. Dreamus actually dropped on 23 HP there. And not a lot of utility on the side of not like this here as well. I mean, you have only 2 players with a solid amount of nades on their hands. And Dodd's already finding Fonet, but Dreamus will take him down. Only Bitcher remaining here towards B, and you can see that Spur with the AVPs sort of thought about rotating there, but it looks like he changed his mind because like there's no follow-up push off that.
Yep, definitely. What do you think about this stack for them in the apartments? They're checking if anyone pushes in from the window room, or rather from the stairs.
Well, Vista has the UMP here, and it has a solid amount of armor penetration, and now the enemies will be slowly trickling in here, but Vista will go down to Prokas, that experience we talked about beforehand, and Shox can really surprise them. Will get the first kill, spots the second player, and also, unfortunately, will go down Prokas to still. So Prokas giving the man advantage to their team, 3-on-2 situation, excuse me here, and B is completely open, there's nobody there.
Yes, exactly. So let's see. Either of us sports will save this one up. Because I believe there is no harm for them to save this one up. Like Spare, he was saving money for that up, so they need to have it. Or do you think 2 against 3 is?
No, I mean it's not a valid retake of this situation. You have 1 AVP, you have an M4, you have no nades, you have only 1 kit on you, and there is a single smoke grenade. So unless the terrorists essentially just give up, then I don't feel like this should be a solid retake. Obviously, the Spur can still try and see if he can get any quick entries with that AVP, but not like this should know not to show themselves. And
Spur even could push up a bit and try to catch out players going to Banana, like if they're coming out from the side. At the moment, he has potential only on getting 1 player, but you can see Dreamy is not even going to go there.
That is true. I mean, they should have known that the enemies didn't have the op on their side, so he should have known that he can actually try and peek that, but still obviously not willing to risk it because, well, they're also low on money here. So 3-1, not like this, very early on are able to score a round back, and notably the first buy round.
Yes, good job for Prokas. As I said, he's going to be the one guy that needs to stand out. He already standed out, got 2 kills there in middle that managed for them to get that B side completely open. But now let's see how it continues. They're actually going to go for 2 ops, so Dodds and Spare both excellent oppers. But let's just see how they're going to use them. Spare heading towards middle, waiting for that flash and everything else to come through. As he's going to check the underpass, but does not get the shot.
I thought that was going to really hit, but Dodds with the AVP and Banana, we've seen him last game here, and he will go down to Dream as the Molotov Flames prevented him from seeing the player. Unfortunate news on the side of eSports here, as one of the crucial players, towards B has gone down. You can see also the bomb will head towards B, and I feel like the players towards A, that is from the team not like this, should make some noise just to keep the 3 remaining players on site here. Obviously, they don't know how many players are where, but you can see Prokas, with the help of his teammate, will be clearing out apartments just to make sure that the CTs are confused enough about what's exactly happening on the map.
You can see as well, like, it won't be like Bitcher will hear anything towards Banana as well, and they're not even making any noise towards Banana as well. But now with the smoke drop down, Dream is just going to wait probably for the backstab, or no, they're going to push towards that B site, as you already mentioned, and there's going to be rotation from Shox coming in as well. So 2v3 situation here on B. Let's see, can Bitcher spray them down, as now the smoke will land. It's going to be pretty tough on them, but he's going to get boosted up.
Oh, the boost one more time.
Let's see, can Bitcher hold this one? Will he be checked? He's not being checked just yet. He's going to spot one of the players, will manage to get away. Now, shots coming in from the other side. He's going to spot at least one of them. Even the second one in the smoke, but does not get the kill. As now Bitcher from Banana trying to find the enemy players, and there are just way too many of them there. Oh my god, eSports, they're looking lost, as I said.
Yeah, they're looking a bit confused about the whole situation and how it goes down. I also don't really understand why eSports were so passive for so long. I mean, they had 3 people towards A. You theoretically in that situation could have tried to sacrifice one of these players just to understand if the hit is going to be towards A or no. In that situation, at least try to clear or a solid hold for information from the apartment side. So okay, if you have the guy on balcony, he should have been just quickly shoulder checking just to see if anyone is there or no, because obviously at least seeing one single person there would mean that it's like there's at least some sort of presence from the terrorists here to try and understand.
And one more thing, weirdly enough, Spare with the up, he's always been aggressive, but he was so passive this round as well. Not even peeking in, missed that one opportunity and instantly got back towards Long where he got decimated.
I feel like Dodds really needs to pick up the AVP here and try to go for those fast peaks as he's done previously in these matches towards Banana and to establish quick control. Unfortunately, that won't be possible just now yet, as obviously eSports money is a bit in shambles here. Only Spare with the AVP, Vista with a CZ and a defuse kit, so maybe he's going to be hoping for some sort of ninja. There is actually 4 players from eSports towards a site here. The bomb is still down towards T-Ramp, so they're just clearing out apartments now, gathering information. Proc is almost finding a kill there, but Spare manages to escape.
How in the God's name did he miss? This is not the Spare we're used to been seeing. Well, let's just see now. Cannot let this move into the side as Half-Life is already making tons of noise. You can see the bombs now coming their way down middle. Let's see towards which side they're going to push. It looks like it's going to be the A side. Bitcher waiting close range. Spare will go down, so that's the op down. That's pretty huge loss for eSports already. And let's just see, can these pistols do any kind of work? The CZ in hands of Vista could be pretty dangerous as he already has spotted 3 players towards short. And now they're moving in, but here Shocks from the other side will get the kill. Bitcher will go down. Now 2v3 situation as Dodds pushes through. He's gonna spot the player, but no luck there. As now Shocks solo left with the op, 1 against 3.
And his position is now, because he already has found a kill there previously, so they know where to look for. He doesn't have a kit. He's going to be obviously looking to save this weapon. So, slightly unfortunately that Spur went down so easily without any sort of kill presence from his side. This is going to actually even out to an even scoreline now, 3-3. eSports still are holding on to that one AVP. That's the only difference why these rounds are still relatively close here. As obviously eSports, I mean, they really need to switch it up. They're not definitely that aggressive as we've seen them being before. Like they did so against the Pistols, but then it stopped. So they really need to switch it back on. Their Shocks has managed to find a kill here and will inevitably...
And the no-scope onto Dreamers just to make that round count. A great job, only one weapon saved on the side of Not Like This. And as you said before, like maybe they need to switch up the upper. Maybe they need to put Dodds in priority of that. And give Spare any kind of rifle so he could just run around, maybe be the lurker for CT side. As you mentioned, they need to have that aggression information.
Yeah, they had more success that way previously, so I feel like that was the right call there. But still, perhaps there are things going on within the team that we are unaware of, and maybe they're just even trying a different setup just to see how it goes. Like they always know that they can switch it back, so why not try?
That's true. It looks like one more time, Not Like This are trying to hit that A site. Already 1 player in apartment, so they're gonna grab a hold of him 3 at a time. Vista this time not peeking in. I think he should peek in. Like we saw how well he played with that USPS. They're catching the player jumping around. And I think now getting these players in the apartment would be a good job done. But now Spare and Shocks both waiting towards Long. Here Spare misses the shot 1 more time. Shocks managed to catch out the player. Here's what is going on?
I don't know.
He's missing shots left and right as now the A site will be taken. Let's see if Shocks can hold it. Basically solo at this stage. As now they're gonna run into the site. Shocks switching out the position, but he peeks 2 players at a time. And that just does not work out. Now 2v3 situation, eSports, they're looking to get this retake done. They don't want to give up that easily and don't want to put Not Like This in the lead.
They really don't have a defuse kit on their side, and neither do they have any sort of grenades, so they're going to be forced to find out where these players are just by trying to battle them. But you can see what happens when you try to challenge Dreamers when he has the op in hand, and he's not missing unlike Spur does.
Yes.
So switch out the op.
Yeah, most definitely. Basically to any other guy, so just so that Spur with the M4 can finally get back into the game. As you see, sometimes like the main oppers pick up the M4, and after that they're just gonna go for the op when they feel that they're gonna be ready for that. And here, Dodds, I don't know what was his idea, getting the exit frags.
He killed a player that had the AVP in hand, so he was probably looking to save it. The bomb was relatively low already, ticking there in that situation, so he just probably hoped to quickly grab it and get away. Unfortunately, one of the terrorist players stuck around, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but not like this, are in the lead 4-3 against eSports on Inferno.
The Kings of Inferno.
The Kings of Inferno.
Yes. I think after this game, he might have to reevaluate eSports Inferno.
I'm sure that eSports are going to make us bite our tongue here in a second, as we've seen them previously do on pistol rounds here. So Fnatt looking to lose his life any second down to Dodds, as he's being baited for, and Dodds is probably going to explode any moment here onto these players. He hears the nades coming through, but little does he know there are 3 players behind, and Fnatt actually will check that one. Bitcher forced to fall back there. Vista doesn't spot any players towards middle just yet, so he's going to be heading for that rotation. And still 2 players towards A remaining. Halflex will be spotted and checked. He's trying to get the timings right here, but unfortunately for him, cannot really do so. A Spirit with the nade in hand can still do a solid amount of damage, and the nade going down there towards middle. Actually, Fnatt lost his life to Vista there with no trade. Okay, shouldn't have happened, but you know. 4 versus 4 still. So not like this. Really should start to group up at this stage, understanding that these players are with pistols in hand, so they just really need to walk out without any nades in hands. You can see learning a lesson from Halflex there as he takes down Spurs. So 4 versus 3 situation, still 30 seconds on the clock here. The bomb is still towards Banana, but looks like it's going to be rotating away towards A here, and Shocks will be tested here with that CZ. I don't think he'll have enough bullets as he doesn't get the play. No!
That's super unfortunate with the CZ, tagging the player in the head and still losing his life. Now eSports maybe looking for that one dropped weapon. Somewhere looking, they kind of hidden it. As the player went down in Banana, you can see they can't find it. So the weapon has been thrown away, but not like this. At the moment they're playing really well. You can see they're very well composed. Not being too scared of eSports, only at the first 3 rounds when eSports managed to do so, to win, of course. And here, 5-3, a score landed I was not ready for.
Same, I mean, judging from our predictions, I was saying that eSports are going to win 16-6, and we said that it is going to be 16-8. Vista will go down, Bitcher will find a kill in the process, but Dreamy will send him for his sweet dreams.
Yes.
And that is Bitcher. So, 5-3, 5 rounds on the terrorist side against eSports is definitely something that you should already feel proud of. But, you know, as the team name says, and we've seen this before on so many occasions in the previous map, it's not really over also when it comes to not like this. So they'll be looking to gain as much rounds as they can. The nade has dealt some damage to Fnatt here, but no real threat, and you can see Dodds on the AVP as well as Spur, and Dodds gets a headshot there. Looking to see if he can spot any other players here, and that is going to force Not Like This to think twice about peeking Banana now, because they know that once Dodds starts to get those kills with the op, he's not going to be letting go of that weapon. And Jimmy, what the
How that was not the kill.
Excuse me, my French.
I thought that was already the kill, that he got the player in the smoke, but now Spur notices the player there and does not miss the shot. As this time he's gonna miss it, but there's already Shocks to help things out. As Dream is with Dreamy, only 2 players left alive. You can see only 1 weapon is lost on the side of eSports. That of course is the op, and they won't be able to rebuy it next round. So they should really think about saving the op.
That was not the kill, right?
That was not the kill. That was not the kill.
I thought, oh my god, if that would have been the kill, that would have been the timing of timings there. So, well, still though, excited to see that also was theoretically a possibility. So, cool things. But eSports in a confident fashion are closing out this round, and hopefully that succeeds them in their further rounds on
3 ops.
3 AVPs on the side of eSports. Now,
why not? You know?
I mean, yeah, but maybe you want another rifle on your side. I don't know. We'll see how it goes out. I mean, obviously, Dodds with the op, as we've already spoken on so many occasions before. This also with an additional AVP, and they're going to be boosting over here. Ooh, he might just spot the player in a second there.
He sees the head now. He sees the head now. What is going on? He doesn't... What? Dodge.
Stretched. That's why you don't play on 4-3 resolution stretched.
Oh, and here already Fanet has killed off one of the ALP players, so it's going to be only 3 players.
It's already
alive.
A 5-on-3 situation, and not like this. They're looking to reset them as Dots misses the shot. Will go down to Prokas here. Only Bitcher and Shocks remaining. Shocks will go down as well, and now Bitcher in a 1 versus 4 situation has managed to find the first kill in this round. Bomb has been planted on bomb site A. You can see also Dreamy has locked down B bomb site, but he will go down. So Bitcher with the second kill in this round is going to be heading towards that side to pick up the AK here, and he's obviously being hunted for, and he will be pushed from all directions here. So we'll see. Let's see how this plays out.
It's a pretty good position, kind of an off angle. If Prokas decides to push in, let's see if he's going to realize that Bitcher could be on the right side here. How? Bitcher was ready there. He was holding the angle, and still Prokas managed to get that kill.
I feel like those are exactly the questions that you ask yourself in that situation.
Yeah, exactly.
You just sit there and you're like, I was ready, I was in an off angle, why would we, like, what? Anyway, 6-4.
Which is already your prediction. Exactly. Looks like I'm gonna start off a great foot here, although we can both lose if not like this manage to get this one.
Exactly, as Dreamus has already found Spur here, and more damage looking to be dealt here towards Bananas. Fenet will spot the player crossing back towards site, and you can see that the Molotov was instantly deployed there, so the idea was already in play to flush out that corner here. Now Bitcher with the shoulder peek, just looking to gather information and potentially bait for his teammate, but obviously not like this. Players are definitely taking into account everything, and looks like they might have studied a bit for this match.
Definitely. You can see already, like, because eSports, they have so much control over Inferno, like they're always pushing Banana and everything else. You can see not like this, they're cancelling out all those positions where eSports go to.
And I feel like just off the fact of that, eSports are also reluctant to try and regain control over the match, if you get what I'm saying. Like when you feel like they've studied you, you're actually going to be more reluctant to try here, as both players on B bomb site will go down, and only Vista and Shocks remaining. Vista losing his life to Prokas. Shocks with the AVP and has the kit in hand, will spot the player, will also give away his position. He will be pushed by Halflex here slowly, as the remaining players from Not Like This have already taken bomb site B, and Fenet pushing towards CT site. CT spawn, excuse me.
When he's gonna get Shocks 1 kill, but he's not Halflex from the back line. So Not Like This, they have grabbed the hold of this game here on, as we know, like, you should not be getting that many rounds on T side on Inferno. Like
not playing on versus eSports for sure.
Yes, and that is also a factor that we
well,
need
now I must correct myself, not for sure, in theory.
Yes, that is true. And let's see, will Not Like This will be able to perform with 2 ops. Now on them, as Hapa has already been aggressive towards Banana, and I like this so much as he kind of missed the shot. If he would have gotten that kill, there would have been free bomb site instantly.
Actually, Dodd's been doing this every pistol round. I don't know if they have noticed it, but he's been jump crossing back towards that position very quickly. And he's looking just to gather some sort of sound cues. Obviously, that smoke will give away the fact that there are players in Banana Spur with the Zeus.
Why not?
Hoping to change the tides here, as Prokas just patiently waiting here. And does he decide to go in?
He's slowly deciding to, but no, he does not.
Come on, Prokas, don't be a spoiled sport.
Yes,
walk into the apartment. Walk into the apartment.
Oh my god, he's still gonna get the kill. Spare no luck with that Zeus. As now Dot pushes out looking for the kill, but instantly Half is gonna shut him down, and Dreamy will be left alive. And now here in the apartments, Prokas is gonna take down one more. Even the next one, Bitcher, will go down as well. Already 3 kills for him, as now Shocks is left here alone with that USPS, and only tags Fanetta and will go down 8-4.
Okay, what's going on? Like, I haven't seen eSports so confused before.
Yes.
It doesn't look like they can really crack the code of Not Like This.
Yep.
So, and obviously Not Like This are not doing anything really superhuman. They're just doing a solid default round, essentially doing the same thing all over again. And eSports are still yet to find an adjustment. And as I said, I mean, giving up that banana every round, well, sort of being forced out of the position due to the Molotovs, but not even really attempting to retake it afterwards. As soon as they're forced out, eSports just fall back into the site, giving up the control of Banana to Not Like This, and that's like it. You don't know how many players are towards B. You lose a teammate towards B, and no information push comes from the other side as well. So you're just playing basically on zero information, therefore not like this can capitalize, and that is the result that we see, 8-4.
I really like that Shox has finally picked up the op, so they switched things out as Spur has found the kill with the M4. This is what they needed to do, as Shox is gonna get the kill on Procus, and middle is cleared out by eSports. Now only towards the B side, looks like Dreamy, with Dream as one to still go to, as Dream is gonna get dots. Bitcher in pretty good position, even with this small drop down. Let's see if they're gonna check. They will check, and it's not gonna be Bitcher left alive. Dream as what an op shot he has come to us. Now Shox is gonna find him, and 1v3 situation for Dreamy to deal with.
Oh, Dreamy, just please run for your life towards A, man. It's all open, and he's actually gonna go for it.
Yes, let's see if he's gonna check. He's still checking the angles. You can see eSports are not even rotating. So this could even work out for not like this player, Dreamy.
Considering how much time was on the clock, only 2 players should have gone towards B.
Yes, exactly. That's definitely the case. Now they're gonna rotate all 3, 2 ops for the retake and 1 and 4. As you can see, there's gonna be 2 Molotovs and 3 smokes as well already. But I'm not quite sure that this is gonna be a very successful retake, at first at least. Dreamy as well, getting in pretty good position here. He's gonna look into play from maybe the apartments as the bomb is planted towards that position. So now he's gonna drop down the Molotov. They know where he is right now. They're gonna go for the defuse, and Spur is just gonna wait for the player to push out here. As now they don't hit the shot. Oh
my god!
The bomb defuses now. Spur, can he defuse the bomb? He can't find it.
He doesn't have a kit.
Oh my god, Dreamy, no way. No way that this just happened. I'm speechless.
I'm out.
No, this should not be happening. Not like this. Not like this. Understand, not like this, winning few rounds here and there, but not like this. What is going on with eSports?
I don't know. Maybe it's a bad start of this week for these guys, because 4-9. A lot of thoughts probably on this side of eSports here, as they're gradually approaching the second half. I mean, still, we're not going to count them out yet. They still can put up a solid T side here, as Spur overstayed his welcome towards middle with that deagle in hand, and Dreamus has managed to find his head, and now Vista looking to find an appropriate position with that CZ. Same goes for Dodds here. Previously, those positions have been checked in the banana, so Procus will now find Vista here, and will find Shox towards the apartments, and Dodds with quick 2 kills.
And Beecher comes in to help. It's gonna be now 2v2 situation. Dodds should realize there's one more player there towards bananas. He's gonna be checked and instantly taken down. Only Beecher remains. There is bomb drop down there. So let's see if he can get this kill. This could be eSports round finally.
He should have heard the player. He didn't hear.
What is going on? Am I still dreaming?
Yes.
Am I still sleeping?
Yes.
Like, what is... There's no way not like this takes it, right?
What do you mean, the game?
Yes.
Well, at this stage...
Anything.
Why not? I mean, why not? It will mess up the standings completely, but why not?
That is true. In eSports, I believe they won't, like, if they're gonna lose this matchup, they won't be happy against losing against this team. As it's gonna bite them in one spot.
But Dodds, one more time, has managed to find a kill with the AVP in hand here, so perhaps not all hope is lost. That they're looking, eSports that is, are looking to gain this final round here in this first half of this second week of Counter-Strike Go on BSL. So, with the nade, will deal some amount of damage to Finette, but not really too much that he's going to be worried about, as it is still a 5 versus 4 situation here, and plenty of time. Dreamus tried to get the entry for them, because obviously with the AVP in hand and a half-flex.
Yes, he's going wild. One more time. How many kills are? Okay, only 8 kills. So top fragger Procus, the other side Shox as well. And let's just see now. Finette, if he's going to be aggressive towards this position, he could catch out Shox now coming in.
I would really like to see a fake coming out from not like this towards A now, and then push Bitcher on B.
Yeah. That should be the way that they're gonna go here. As Bitcher, he is ready, no flash, no kit as well. You can see there's only 1 kit, and that is on Shox.
Oh, Procus needs to make a move. Please make a move, Procus, as Bitcher is already going to be pushed here towards the side. Will drop the first player instantly, and the second. Can he get the third? As Dreamus missed the shot with the pistol out in hand. Attack 9 will find Bitcher, and still is a 2 versus 3 situation. You can see Finette with a huge flank coming out here. Really needs to be careful, as already Vista has found his teammate, so he really needs to choose his battles. He will get the first one here, and gets the second. Can he get the third? As Shox looking for him to push the smoke, and he really shouldn't be doing it unless he hears that defuse bomb.
What a great play at the moment as he's going to be spotted. Shox instantly tags up the player. 29 HP left on Fonet. He has to run away as already from the backline. Shox takes him down and he was the guy with the kit. So he'll manage to defuse the bomb. It's going to be 5-10 in favor of Not Like This after this first half. And do you think will eSports go super aggressive here on T's side?
At this stage, you really don't have any other choice. I mean, you have been passive enough throughout the match, so your only switch up is aggressiveness. So like you really should go all out here. You are already at the brink of losing, and I mean you're not really gonna get the ball rolling otherwise unless you really control this second half of the match, and you will be only able to do that with solid aggression coming out here, because I don't feel like Not Like This are in the mood of making too many mistakes, as Dreamy going to be heading towards middle here, will peek down, will not spot any players towards middle, spots a lot of them in second mid and instantly decides, nope, I'm not going out in second middle there, as Halflex now peeking towards mid, doesn't see any players just yet. If he finds the timing, he might lose his head. If he peeks now, yep, that's the case. Oh, he actually managed to get a player here as well and still alive, holding angles. Dreamy will get Shox as well. Halflex finding more kills.
My goodness, Not Like This. How are they doing it? You can see, like, eSports, they're just running in and...
I feel like this is the moment where the team name of Not Like This really like starts to tilt you when you're on the other side and you're losing to them and you're just sitting there and not like this. So still endless puns about the name of the team. But still, first round heading their way. I mean, they've been putting up a really solid CS here. I feel kind of bad, actually, talking down upon them before this match. Is now Shox making his way towards the apartments. Dreamy has already found Vista and obviously instantly fallen back here, just keeping it safe and making sure no real trade kills are possible. Also, Dream is peeking down towards Banana here. We'll clear out quickly these angles. We'll pass on the information that there's nobody in Banana, and that should leave only one player towards B, and the second rotation should come through, as now Dreamy finding more players, and Shox will find actually both of them. Fonet needs to go huge here. He will drop the bomb and the second player, and oh my god, it doesn't look like anything can stop Not Like This today.
Could they be the kings of Inferno?
I mean, it's one game, okay?
Oh, yeah, that is true. I still want to
remember when NIP had that insane win streak and then they lost, I don't even remember to who, like Hellraisers or something like that.
Yes, exactly.
So, I mean, even Titans sometimes lose games, if we can call them that. But still, Dreamy just firing up here, looking to gain another kill, as he will find Vista as well. Just going to be pushing mindlessly further on here, as Halflex does hear the player in the smoke, but cannot find me. And Spur will go down. So 13-5, an extremely convincing start of the second half here on Inferno against, playing eSports versus Not Like This. I mean,
I have nothing to say. Like, really, I'm out of words, and I'm kind of feeling, as you said, I'm feeling pretty bad about talking down.
It's a bit of an upset.
Not like this.
It's a genuine upset because nobody was probably expecting this, and I feel like Not Like This are really feeling it now as well, so they're not going to be changing anything up. They just want to close out this match quick enough, and Dodds with the AK in apartments might actually find the timing onto Fonet here, who's pushed down, has found Pitcher, and he has backup. Spur has managed to find James, but doesn't matter, as it is a 4 versus 2 situation here. Spur and Vista, can they bring it back in this round already? It's still 1 minute and 20 on the clock, and only 2 players from eSports are alive, and you can see the aggression in apartments has really paid off on the side of Not Like This, and rightly so. They put the FAMAS up front, who has a slightly higher fire rate than the other rifles, so you can quickly drop players in close range, as well a relatively low recoil there. So Proc is missing the op shot here, but Halflex finds another player, as only Spur left alive here will find Procus and will get the AVP in hand. The Molotov slightly preventing him from peeking, but he will find Halflex in the process. Another 50 seconds here. He can play this one out if he plays correctly, but the bomb, is dropped in an extremely awkward position. You'll need to risk it to actually get the bomb. So he's hoping to fake out with this smoke and force a peek from Banana here. He has the right idea, but Fonet with the angle,
that positioning,
like that angle, you can't really do much about it.
Like Spur, even with that smoke, he was trying to fake them out, but you see, like, Not Like This, they're not buying any of that.
Yeah.
You can't fake these guys.
eSports are yet to find a round in this second half, as it is already 14-5. And I mean, you can see Dodds, Spur, Bitcher. You can't really say that they've shoved up much.
No.
in this game. So
Just definitely after he got that up, got his confidence, and all the kills that he needed. But you can see here as well, they're trying to take control here, and Dreamus will take down Shocks. That's the guy we were talking about. All hope was on him to get those kills, as he's the one managed to get at least 17 on the board. As here Dreamy now is gonna get spur instantly in the smoke. Very well played. There's now Bitcher. He's gonna check if he sees anyone in the pit. Only tags Halflex in the head and will go down in the end. There's now going to be Dodds with Vista left. It's not looking too good, as already Vista has fallen down from middle. Only Dodds remaining, and he can't even do that.
I mean, at this point, Sports are just going one by one.
Yes, exactly.
They've given up on the match, and I cannot really blame them. I cannot really blame them. I mean, they have themselves only to blame for not switching anything up. Like, I cannot say. Perhaps they say they might think they've tried switching things up, but from a point of view of an observer, nope. Like, they're doing the same thing all over again. So, unfortunately, same things bring the same results. So, not switching anything up will not get you anywhere. One more time, Dreamy has found Spur here, and Dodds will go down through the smoke. That's a tilter. 5 versus 3. One more time situation. Still a minute 30 on the clock here. 15-5.
Exactly.
Halflex finding another kill. Will go down to Vista instantly. Will be traded by Fnatt, and that leaves only Shocks remaining, who has found Fnatt, but will go down to Dreamy.
That has happened.
This exactly has happened. Now I will put this back. Yeah, and even though it says Emmy is better at CSGO than me, I feel like there should be also another sign that says here, we don't know anything about what we're talking.
At least about this game. I was not ready for this to come up. I don't even know if we had this kind of an upset in Season 1.
I mean, I kind of guessed the scoreline, but apparently the other way around. So, wow. I mean, Dreamy really showed up this match, as well as Fnatt. Both of these players last week were slightly not, like, I cannot say not performing or underperforming, but they were a bit docile in comparison to their other teammates. So,
not like this. His positioning was out of the world. You saw like how Fnatt got the kill in the apartments, then went towards Banana and got the kill on the upper Spur there. Everything just worked out. Their positioning was on point.
I'm actually shocked.
They were lost. Yes.
I'm actually shocked because, like,
exactly.
It looked pretty solid. Like, standard was sports coming out in the first rounds. Unfortunately, afterwards, once they lost their first bye round and the following round after that, and then the scoreline equalized. Then they lost another 2 rounds. Then they gained some, but that was it for them. So, lesson to be learned here, obviously, for Was Sports. Please, guys, switch it up and turn back your aggression. That looks like was the only way how you could really control the game. As you can see now, not like this, obviously have studied for sure here, because they definitely knew how Was Sports were approaching their CT side, and they obviously tried to abuse that fact. Took their time initially, and even though, like, laughing about it now, thinking, oh, not like this, holding back in T-spawn, well, LOL, there you go, 16-5. I don't know anything about CSGO.
Do you think this is not like this performing out of their world, or was this Was Sports?
I wouldn't say, no, this is exactly what I was talking about towards the finish of Season 1. We saw glimpses of brilliance coming out of not like this, and you can see that these players can be good if they try hard enough. And this is exactly the result. You can clearly see that the guys who've studied how Was Sports play Inferno have decided that they're not going to try to fight fire with fire, but it's going to be calm collective teamwork, and that's exactly what happened. Like, they always had trades. Essentially, as far as I remember, like, well, at least definitely for
just winning
situations.
the duels as well.
And of course, winning the aim duels, which are slightly unpredictable, but considering the fact that you get the ball running, and if you can keep it on your side of the field, that is quite a lot to take in for Was Sports right now. And obviously, them being in standings, they were, I think, in the 4th position just when we were checking today. So that lose also is going to bite them in the butt. So yeah. Quick reminder, there is a giveaway happening though. I mean, I'm kind of getting hungry watching this because, you know, you just see one team devour essentially the other one. So #Vault in the chat. One more time, make sure you are subscribed. I mean, we saw some crazy things coming out of this day's first game. Obviously, we both lost the prediction game, so the scoreline for this week is still 0-0. We will be heading into our next match soon enough. That is going to be Lithuania versus eSports, excuse me.
Yep.
Hopefully we see the same thing happen.
Yes,
I mean,
exactly.
I've kind of felt like this might be a funky day for CSGO, and it is definitely proven to be so currently. So, yeah, wow. Impressed with not like this. Finally, thank you guys.
Yeah, good job. And of course, as we already said, a small break, and when we come back, the next game of the day.
Like the sound of big booming 4v4 friend fragging action? We'll fix you up. Go big, go boom with Guns of Boom.
Lešik, butik, jau viss ir redzēts. Thriller, killer, tas viss ir redzēts. Skandāls, secret, viss ir redzēts. Creepy, crazy, jā, viss ir redzēts.
Pārsteidz mani, pārsteidz mani, pārsteidz mani, un tagad pārsteidz mani.
Lūdzu, jaunā Helio interaktīvā televīzija nomaina Lattelecom ITV. Televizors, tālrunis un planšete darbojas kā viens vesels. Tagad pārvaldi un aizraujies pilnīgi jaunā līmenī. Izklaide progresē. Helio.
summer, where my spirit's free, no one's stopping me now. I just can't wait until the summer, when I meet with you again. Yeah, I just can't wait until the summer, when my spirit's free, no one's stopping me now. I just can't wait until the summer, when I meet with you again. Yeah, I just can't wait, wait. I just can't wait, wait. I just can't wait, I just can't wait until the summer. I just can't wait until the I just can't wait until I just can't wait until another, when I got nothing on my mind. I just can't wait to rediscover, when I meet with you again. Oh, I just can't wait until the summer, where my spirit's free, no one's stopping me now. I just can't wait until the summer, when I meet with you again. Yeah, I just can't wait until the summer, when my spirit's free, no one's stopping me now. I just can't wait until the summer, when I meet with you again. Yeah, I just can't wait, wait. I just can't wait, wait. I just can't wait, I just can't wait until the summer. I just can't wait until the
Cities are rising in front of me. I wanna hide it, want to go back to sleep. I wish I could rewind it. Can I rewind it? We woke up naked, like we're more than friends. We can go through it, can do it all again, like we rewind it. Like we rewind it. And I don't wanna know, I just wanna feel. We let it go, nothing is too wrong, we make it real. Don't wanna care, just live and die. I see you there, nothing is too wrong for you and I. Oh, we're somewhere else, oh, somewhere else in mind. Oh, we're somewhere else, but still we can't rewind. But it's just something I don't believe in. Still we rewind it, keep on rewind it. Across the borders, beyond the city lights, a new horizon with unforgiving lies. But I don't mind it, keep on rewind it. And I don't wanna know, I just wanna feel. We let it go, nothing is too wrong, we make it real. Don't wanna care, just live and die. I see you there, nothing is too wrong for you and I. Oh, we're somewhere else, oh, somewhere else in mind. Oh, we're somewhere else, but still we can't rewind. Oh, we're somewhere else.
Hello and welcome back. Look how happy I am and look how happy is this guy. I love that sign. Let's keep going. Would you be kind enough to hold it like that the whole week?
Like this?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Okay, perfect. Unfortunately, we don't know what's going to be the map against the map for this matchup, Lithuania against Aston. But I think we could go into the prediction game right here, right now, so you don't have to do any kind of more embarrassing things next week. So what are you going with here?
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm gonna be heading I'm actually gonna be voting for Lithuania this match, just because of the fact that they played 2 games in the previous week where they had 16-4 and 16-3 stomps.
Yes,
those maps were Inferno and Cash, I believe, that they won. So Aston Sports, they have one match, they have won one map and have lost one. So they did win on Mirage previously, playing against Red Eye, and they lost playing against Volsung on Dust 2, I believe, if I recall correctly. So hopefully we're going to see Mirage coming out here, as obviously that most likely would be Aston, excuse me. But pick.
I think it would be still like even grounds at that stage, kind of, since Aston like to play that map. I don't think Lithuania have any kind of problems.
So what would be the scoreline you would be saying for
I would
this match?
say 16-9 in favor of Lithuania.
Okay, so 16-7, 16-9. That is going to be our predictions for this. We are still waiting to jump on the server and actually find out what the map is going to be. Not entirely sure what is the small delay, but apologies for that. One more time, we're gonna quickly talk about the lineups here. So on the side of Lithuania, we do have Aikas, Karkas, Butters, Lane B, the new addition, and Luke, who also joined this roster this season. And
on the side of AST eSports, we have Tallin, Zvede, Hensha, Labrans, and of course Goodman. And I think there maybe could be some changes coming to AST eSports if they don't perform too well. But I have to say, one for them is already pretty good.
Well, there has been already a change on their side, just a small change. Alinch is now known as All-In.
Yes.
Just to make our lives easier and, you know, so you wouldn't be messed up in the context of things. JK is around still, waiting for some information out of these players, so we should know which map it is going to be shortly. I will remind you one more time, there is a giveaway today. 10 euros, free food. Hashtag vote in the chat.
Exactly.
You do need to be subscribed, but it's just one click away. And special bonus. If you click on the little bell thing, you'll actually get a notification on your phone when we go live.
Useful. That is so useful. I'll hit that.
It's the future, man.
Definitely.
It's the future.
Definitely. So probably we're going to have the giveaway a bit later on.
Maybe now, who knows? You never know, but you will find out if you keep track of the chat. Make sure you're active there. Support us in some way or shape or form. During this delay, I will remind you that this is the punishment for last week's
the best punishment, yeah.
In the prediction game, MV did win with the scoreline of 5-4. We did lose in the first game today, both of us, because not like this really surprised us with the scoreline 16-5 going against WAS Sports.
I haven't seen WAS Sports lose with that score ever. Like, I haven't seen them get only 5 rounds. Like, that was just crazy from Not Like This. Good job from them. And maybe AST eSports can surprise us as well.
Yeah, now, well, obviously at this stage, seeing the first game, probably anything goes.
Yep.
We are hoping for a close match. As I said, it's probably going to be map dependent. I mean, Lithuania were pretty solid on Inferno in the first week. Probably they would be looking more towards a map like that because it offers you slightly more control over all the angles, pathways, and so on, like Mirage or, well, I don't think AST eSports will go for a Dust 2 pick, and knowing that they did lose one of the matches previously already on this map, so but still a viable choice for them if they like to play a loose play style and really see what they can get going here. We are going to be jumping onto the server here, and I see Nuke.
Yeah, I don't have confirmation just yet that it is going to be Nuke.
So calm your pants, okay? We don't know if it's Nuke. We'll find out in a moment.
Yeah, I think.
But if it is Nuke,
it's going to be an interesting one.
I mean,
definitely. It's going to be tough to observe. But the one thing Valve has done, big thanks to them, that they have put in the radar. Now, if you go the underground, you're going to only see the paths that are in underground, like the B site.
Oh,
you see that,
okay.
So the radar changes as you go throughout different levels.
When
so it's
was
going to be a bit easier. Before the season, they especially did this for BSL.
Okay, well, I haven't played a lot of Counter-Strike myself, just been observing it, so didn't really notice that small change. But yes, indeed, props to them. I mean, it doesn't look like the map's going to change, so I feel like we can start calling this a Nuke pick.
Yes, this is definitely a new pick.
I wonder which side's pick it was, because I would say that Lithuania are more inclined to pick a map like this, as one more time, it offers you solid options in terms of control.
Yeah.
If you can prevent the players from abusing outside area, that's already a lot of control gained on your side if you are playing on the CT side.
And I'm really looking forward to those battles. There's going to be held between Zvede and or Goodman and of course Karkas on the side of Lithuania.
Well, he was extremely deadly with the off last week.
Definitely. And Butters as well from time to time picks it up when it's needed to just make things right. So hopefully soon all the players will be in. As at that moment we have 6 out of 10 ready. Who are you going to call the player to look out for in each team?
I'm still going to say for Lithuania it's definitely going to be Karkas that I will be looking towards seeing here. And on the side of AST eSports, I feel like Goodman, he's a pretty versatile player in the sense that he can also pick up the AVP now and then. And he's also solid with his rifle sprays, especially when it comes to the M4. So, I mean, he's going to be a key player probably to hold a bomb site. I would like to see him on bomb site A. I feel like he should probably shine the most there.
Okay, don't you think maybe the ramp? You need a strong player in ramp because you leave only one player there, and basically it could happen like 1v5 situation.
Yes, but ramp is still, in order to get into ramp, it's like a solid pathway for you to go through, whereas playing on a site, you have the hut, you have the doors, you have main, and God forbid if someone has made it around and made it towards heaven. So, into the crow's nest people go, as they say, and obviously then that's already a crazy situation in itself. But regardless of who sides on, who starts on which side. I mean, you know, Nuke historically was like a really heavy seeded sided map. Now with this new edition of Nuke, and afterwards the later changes added, it's really hard to say. I mean, we've seen I've played games on Nuke where I've thought we've got this and like lost from the scoreline of like 12-3. I've seen professional games in the very same fashion going and just like essentially just stomping over. So, I mean, if Lithuania are having a good day, for sure they can turn this into a stomp. But I feel like AST eSports should be able to put up a fair fight on this map just due to the vertical versatility of the actual map. And one more time, you can really mess with players' minds, abusing sounds as well as being able to rotate relatively quickly between these sites. And obviously the changed situation with the whole vent, unable to pop out into the side, it makes the retakes so much more difficult because like there's only the side pathways now. And it kind of makes it a bit weird. I'm actually gonna go on a limb here and say that I'm not really a fan of the changes towards the vents because historically they've been like that the whole time.
Yeah, they've definitely been, but don't you think that that was the change needed for this map to be a bit more evened out?
Perhaps, yes, because it's in theory it's a lot more difficult for the terrorists to get down into the B bomb site, so they should be rewarded for the fact that they've survived for so long. As obviously, historically, one more time, we've seen on those B bomb sites so many crazy plays coming out from professional players, even like Simple himself. I believe he had like a 1-4 win against... oh my god, I won't be able to tell you which now, but there was like definitely a huge highlight, and he had definitely more than one on this map. So interesting stuff is going to be coming out shortly here as the players are getting on the server here. I believe it's very safe to say that it is confirmed this is going to be Nuke.
Yes, most
so
definitely.
Happy days. I mean, it's going to be an interesting one for sure.
I think like on the other side of Lithuania starts on, it's going to be pretty tough for AST eSports because if you are a CT, it's pretty, I wouldn't say, okay, easy, but you know what you have to do to hold off the A site. Like you Molotov the doors, the squeaky doors, you'll be ready to shut down the players if they're coming out of lobby and everything else. And if Lithuania start on CT side, it's going to be pretty tough on Aston.
Well, that sounds all great on paper. Like, I mean, Nuke has been a very old map and has been in the map pool for a very long time. Obviously, it was out of the map pool for the period it was reworked, but... don't be fooled by the timings that are in your head previously. This Nuke is a different iteration of it. I mean, like seeing extreme aggression coming out when people play outside on the terrorist side, it really can throw the CT's game up like extremely.
So as you already mentioned, like Arca is going to be a pretty big factor here to cancel out that outside, as there's going to be that marshmallow position that you need to grab hold of, as well as the pushes through. Hopefully they're going to have player towards heaven as well. I realize that setup, one player in garage, one towards heaven. So even if the smokes get laid down, there's still potential to get those kills.
Yeah, but obviously one more time, those positions will be checked here. You can see Butters laying some beautiful warm-up headshot kills with the Deagle, so hopefully he continues that trend on in the game as well. It looks like we will be ready to jump into the match, and the last players will be readying up here as we will be jumping into the knife round. So one more time, winning the knife round can give you a false sense of security if you go for that CT side. So I really hope both of these teams have something special prepared for us on the terrorist side here, as we will be heading into the knife round just now, looking to see which team will come out on top. And also, unpopular opinion, knife rounds should be practiced for.
Oh, have you ever practiced a knife round before with your team?
Yes.
How does that go?
I mean, we just decide on how we're going to approach it on, used to. So we would have like situations where we would walk in a single line. We also played the tank card where we had 4 players, 2 players facing forward, 2 placing back forward, and then 1 on top. And that was like loads of stuff like this, and it actually works. So I mean, if you feel confident on one side on a specific map, if you feel like that you really need to be on that side, I strongly suggest that you actually practice knife rounds, as crazy as it sounds, because it's still vital. Same as people previously were not a fan of practicing with pistols, because they're like, oh, it's just a pistol round. But like the pistol round gives you the biggest advantage that you can get initially, so you really need to be ready for these situations. You could see that AST Esports are going to be heading into this B lobby here, and they're going to be walking silently towards ramp, and Ikas will be tested here. He has gone huge previously and has the potential. Oh my god, just that's a dangerous game he's playing, as he spots the players and will be instantly falling back downwards toward this B side, and Butters has already managed to find one here. All in continuously running forward, and Ikas with 2-3 kills coming out here will go down to Labrance eventually. Well, that is already a 1 versus 4 situation, as Labrance finds another player, but Luke will shut him down. And as I said, Ikas, man.
Yes, exactly.
He's also the second player you really need to watch out for in this match.
He was an addition in first season to the roster Lithuania, as he was picked up from, I believe, team not like this or something along those lines, and he fits in so well. And he's really a star player now for that team. But let's just see now. AST Esports are heading towards the outside. There's going to be one player already there. And can he survive? No, Lukia is going to go down. As now Butter is ready with that M4 to shut down this push. All 5 players coming forward. He's going to get 2, 3.
Oh my god!
He sprays them all down. Karkas with a little bit of help from the outside. Lithuania do it really quickly.
What extremely well-controlled weapon. Oh my god. I mean, I felt like after that second hill, that's it. He's going down. Right. He managed to get the spray transfer, and it looks like the AST and the esports players got slightly stuck there. Couldn't really divide amongst themselves who's going to be heading in, and unfortunately didn't make it through the pathway. As one more time, a ramp push is imminent here, as Ikas now has posted himself up against this smoke, and I'm not really a fan of this play, but considering the remaining player pushing through the remaining players, that is Ikas will be testing with another 2 kills here, as he will go down inevitably. But now Karkas dealing extreme damage with the MP9, 5 and 4 HP here onto these players. Hensha does manage to sneak away with 1 more kill in that round, and quick 3-0 coming out from Lithuania, and this first buy round is really going to be something to look at here.
Yeah, and as you can see, they don't pick up the op because mainly they don't have the money, and I think they need to save for that weapon. They need to have that strong presence on either on the outside, maybe even towards ramp. They need to start off strong, as already you can see Karkas here. He has picked up that op, and he's going to wait for anyone to push out here. There's going to be Zveda there, but you can see even Lucky is coming out. So they're cancelling basically the opportunity to go even towards the outside.
And this is what I was saying, like that outside control is going to be really crucial for you. And also this deep smoke allows for the CT players to post them up extremely close to this red box, and you can really play around it as the flashback comes through. Lukas spots the player, but will go down to Zveda inevitably, as now his teammate in main looking to equalize the scoreline in terms of players, but Zveda just dealing too much damage.
But
Karkas saves the day there for his teammate, as Butters still only on 2 HP. Ikas with also a very interesting position. That Molotov is timed so good as he pushes the players out.
2 of them at least, as there's still going to be 2 more left. He's going to manage to get himself away, as we can see here. Goodman is trying to push on forward. Can he spot the enemy player here, as they're going to be pretty now passive? I really like the approach that the Lithuania are having here. They know basically where AST Esports are, so they just get back in safer position. You can see they're holding their sights, as now even AST Esports are getting back online. Bios already has gotten 1 Hensha with the kill back, and now they're from the main. Nothing that Karkas can do. Only Butters with Akis will remain. It's going to be 2v3 situation. Butters with 2 HP. I know if he can do too much here, and will they even need to go for the retake?
I mean, unless he finds literally a free kill. Yeah. That might be something they would like to attempt, but I mean, there's no kit on Ikas here, and Butters needs to get close with 2 HP in order for, even if he dies, for Ikas to pick up the kit. So this most likely will be a save. You can see that Ikas just checking his corners, making sure no players are hiding. We'll find the first kill onto Goodman here. Looks like we'll be going for it, and we'll go down to Henshin. Not really sure about that individual play there. So it is going to be 3-1 shortly here, as Butters will go down to Hensha, but did manage him dropped to 10 HP.
Yeah, a great victory by AST eSports in manner that they saved even 1 AK and the AWP as well. Instantly passing out now it's to Zvede. Let's just see, can Zvede on the outside do some damage, as now it's going to be an eco round for Lithuania. Butters does even out the money since he had it, so he goes for the M4.
He
so
had like 7k there,
yeah.
So he obviously went for the weapon in that situation just to make sure that he can equalize the bank, as you already previously mentioned. Zvede with the AVP is going to be hitting towards outside here. Is going to be peeking with the AWP. You can see that the player on the CD side there, I believe that's Carcass, just shoulder peeking, making sure no players have pushed up just yet. And excuse me, that is not Carcass in the outside.
That was Akis waiting. Let's just see now with this smoke. Akis still could get a lot of information here as Butters is pushing out and easily takes down Zvede.
And the nade.
The AWP down. And now let's see, can they get the AWP now? Who's running for that AWP? Is that Akis?
Akis is just pushing forward here and trying to get up front positioning, and obviously getting closer to that weapon, as Goodman now opening the doors and peeking towards main. Doesn't see anything just yet, but does that prompt sound cues, obviously enforcing these players to fog down. And Luki here could go huge in a second as he spots the first player, gets to the one, gets the second. Does go down to Goodman, but that's already 2 kills coming in through from Lithuania, as Butters has found a kill here, misses the flick. Hensha does leave him on the ground essentially, as now it is a 1 versus 2 situation. Both Lane B actually spots the player and he will go down.
But still, now the bomb plant and everything else, this could be AST eSports going for one more buy round. That kind of could throw off Lithuania in the process.
Agreed, but Lithuania, considering it was only a single rifle bot on their side and they have managed to retrieve an AVP as well as an AK, their economical situation is looking extremely well in terms of, well, considering what position they were put in just brief moments ago. So now, AST eSports really are going to feel some amount of pressure on their shoulders, as obviously if they don't win this following round, they will be forced into an eco, I believe. So, I mean, they could in theory buy the next one, but I don't think they will have enough amount of utility to actually push themselves through. So we'll just have to wait and see. As you can see, all 5 players are gathered here towards outside, so someone is going to have loads of fun in a moment. It looks like it might be Lukia here, who's just peeking. Will spot 2 players there, dealing good amounts of damage, but he will go down without any kills as Carcass finds one, gets the second, and also that's a headshot, as Goodman has found Butters in the process. Still a 3 versus 3 situation. Alin not with a lot of HP around here. Carcass with the AVP still looking for more kills, as Goodman has gone down. Lemby has found Zvede, and now only Alin remaining. The bomb is towards main, and he will go down to Lemby 5-1. And this is exactly what I was hoping to see coming out of Lithuania. You can see that they're not panicking. They're in control. They just talk between themselves what they're going to do and obviously execute that.
And one bad thing for AST eSports, Alan, he's 0 kills and 6 deaths already.
Oh, 777 or 007?
Yeah, this could be him claiming that agent mark. But let's just see now. AST eSports 1 time, they slow things down in the lobby, and I'm not quite sure. They should at least try to be aggressive towards the A side, just run into lobby and through the doors as well. That kind of could throw off Lithuania, and there's a lot of kills that they can get from that position, as here Butters waiting in pretty good position, misses the grenade, quite unfortunate, but he's going to spot the player and Goodman instantly going down. You can see how far already Lukia has gotten himself.
And again, like, no trade possible. So I'm not really a fan of a single man peeking like that, those doors, because you like 90% of the time for sure you will not spot the player on the hot first. So unless you somehow go outside pre-firing that angle, and even at that you still need to approach it at a weird angle for your feet not to be shown. As now Ikas abusing this angle, spots the head, will eliminate Lavrens, and spots more players, will get another one, looking to gain more here as he's just bursting through. He will go inevitably down, but Carcass already with the AVP and with the rotation does not suspect that Zvede is close, but he could actually land a flick here. as he continuously peaks with that AVP, and he will find Zvede as well. Karkas with the AVP showing how it should be done. Lithuania just denying Aston Esports at this point, as their money is in shambles. They will purchase a few pistols and armors around the board, and this is probably you can see there's a nade on Zvede, so they most likely will try to explode the doors and run out onto a site. So someone's gonna have a field day here one more time as Karkas deploying the Molotovs, and the doors have been exploded, and Butters with the spray down can go for huge here as he finds 3 players. He will go down to Hench as Luke has found a kill here and will pick up the second. So,
oh my god, how quickly that was. I was thinking about Aston Esports, they need to be a bit more aggressive, like run into lobby, run through the doors and everything else, but you can see what happens when they do that.
Well, I mean, Lithuania are experienced players. They're obviously counting the enemy's money, and suspect that such play might come into play when it comes to a pistol round. And obviously, they pre-Molotov those doors, kind of putting Aston Esports in a weird position. Because when you've just reached the doors as a 5-man group, and there's a Molotov on the ground, in theory, yeah, you kind of still can make it, but you'll take a lot of damage along the way. And then when the first one goes, the others continue, and then it's just a mess. So. Yeah, not entirely sure about the right call in that situation, but obviously not really much choice when you only have pistols, as there is an intense outside battle happening here. Goodman will find Butters, but he will be taken down by Karkas, and Lukia posted up.
Ooh, that is the bomb drop down. A lot of information gained. Oh even Tallin going down. Those one-taps are just insane. Hencho waiting in the inside. Now Zvede coming in from behind lines. Gonna take down Lukia, but can he take down Karkas, who's not gonna peek out, or will he? He will. So he did not spot Zvede going down into the underground just yet, into the secret. So now Hench, he's going to pick up the bomb. If they decide to go through the outside, you can see here Karkas is ready for that, as well as Lameby here, if they're going to push into the A side. Not looking too good as Karkas instantly spots Zvede, takes him down. Only Hench will remain. Has to be pretty careful about peeking out here. He will go for the kill for Karkas, but you just don't do that. You don't peek in where Karkas is like that. That's slowly.
Not shifting, that's exactly. For sure. So don't walk against an AVP. Hey, pro tip. Yeah. So, one more time, money is still a pretty awkward situation on this side of Aston Esports here, as they're still looking to recover from the dominance of Lithuania, and obviously Lithuania are not really looking to give away any rounds. They're also not really switching it up too much, apart from Karkas rotating around with the AVP, which is rightly so done, especially on this map, same as it would be on Train. You always want your opponents to keep guessing where the op is, and essentially on Nuke, the AVP on the CD side can be played in so many positions. You can be under heaven, you can be in heaven, you can be on in T main, excuse me. A main, that is. As wow,
I guess one more time, he's just finding these hits here now. As they're gonna push on forward, he's gonna spot enemy player, but Allen's gonna win this duel finally. So now Karkas is just waiting for any player to push through. He's gonna find Allen, still has to find 3 more players. There's only 1 player towards ramp here with the bomb as well. So Zvede, if he managed to get the timing right, he could potentially get the kill, and he will get Karkas. There's 1 more player now in the spot of him, as he's gonna look for the kill. Also Zvede going huge, as now Butters is taking control of the B side, and Lamby waiting in A, as he's now looking for the kill. He's gonna find Labrens, has to be pretty careful already from the left side. Goodman comes in, takes him down, and now situation 2v3. Should Butters go for this one?
I mean, it's doable, and they have the money for it. Why not? He has a kit, he has nades in his hand. He obviously doesn't want to give away the fact that he's gonna be coming from heaven here, as Goodman has already posted up towards that vent position, looking towards heaven, and Zvede is in main with low HP. So this is very, very doable as long as he finds the kill onto Goodman here. The flash is going to be deployed towards the side. Goodman missing his first shots here, so now Butters has a chance to enter the site, and he actually has a smoke and a flashbang, so he's going to be smoking that bomb off. He could actually potentially just go for a defuse here if he places a flashbang timed. And is that the case? No, he's actually going to bait out the players. But there's not enough time.
Oh yeah,
Zvede will go down to the bomb for sure, but will Butters survive? He will, so he goes on to that and also gets the weapon out of the hand. So despite of Aston Esports winning that round, they definitely have enough money for this next following buy round. But if they lose this one, that's like probably the worst outcome they could probably have right now, because their money will be reset. They just won their first round after losing 5 in a row, meaning that the money lost the lost round money bonus is going to be reset, meaning they won't get a lot of money if they lose this one. So extremely important round coming out from Aston Esports, as it is their ticket way back into this. Karkas will already find Goodman here And I will remind you, on the T side, you would be looking to get at least 5 rounds on Nuke. Labrenz equalizing the scoreline here as he finds Luke. So a bit of an AVP battle going on, but Karkas just too deadly with the op. I mean, it doesn't even matter who peeks him.
Yes, here Labrenz does not want to hit, and Karkas is gonna take him down. It was such a long time until Labrenz even realized that he was being looked at. Quite unfortunate, but now it's gonna be 2v4 situation. And as you said before, if they lose this round, their money is gonna be in shambles. So at this stage, there's no shame to save.
Yeah, I mean, there's no shame in saving, but coming off this first entry towards A side here, as well as the smoke, but Karkas is just too good with the AVP. Is that the 4th kill in this round, or definitely the 3rd? But
yeah.
Wow, what plays coming out from him. You can see the mind awareness here is now Tallin is going to be pushing. Will find the one player towards ramp, but the Molotov towards the hut will prevent him of walking down. Karkas already on the rotation, holding his line, making sure nobody is going to be passing through here, as Tallin with the pop flash will be heading out towards the side. Will spot the player, but Butter is just a bit better with that positioning. I feel like he managed to avoid the flashbang. He didn't really look like it messed him up too much, and then you can see that the money, well, yeah, it is what it is.
And they're even forcing up just because there's no matter in saving at this stage.
And also, not really any player is standing out on the side of AST eSports here, so they look pretty pushed down to the ground as they're going to be looking to split towards this A side. The bomb will be gone down as Lane B has found 2. Butters will get another 2 kills here, and only Goodman trying to do good for his team as he's jumping around with the scout, looking to peek over this smoke, but doesn't really spot anyone just yet. And essentially looks like he's just having fun at this stage.
Yeah. I don't know what else they're going to do. I'll remind you that the round difference is quite important here. Goodman is going to find Luke, but instantly Butters will deal the rest. What I was saying, yeah, the round difference, it's still a thing. So you should try to get every single round. Like at any point, you should not give up.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
There's no point in that. Let's just hope that AST eSports will get back into this one.
I don't think they've given up. They're just being shut down constantly.
Yes,
I mean, they're making solid attempts at these rounds. It's just that it's not really playing out in their favor. So they're picking up a few pistols here, and you can actually see 2 smoke grenades. And I'm just curious where they're going to be deploying them. As one more time, you can see this deep smoke kind of failed from the side of Lithuania here, but still preventing the terrorist players from quickly trickling through that position here. As
so
Butters
much
now,
information.
That's a lot of information, but also dangerous stuff. As you know, there are on pistols here, so he's risking to give away. As now Karkas, of course, he lands the first kill here, misses the second though, as Luke has found also Labrenz, who was on top of main here. 2 players have made it down as Zwede will go down, but still the bomb is in Hench's hands, and if they're quick enough, they should be able to get this bomb plant. But Karkas with the AVP, he's just faster, and the dudes everywhere. Actually lands a leg shot onto Goodman and will dispose of him very quickly. So another, well, so far one-sided game coming out here, but as I already said previously, Lithuania, they really look like they're on the stronger side of things this season, and they're really well composed. I mean, you don't see too many stupid mistakes made from them. I cannot really actually recall one just off my top of my head. So if they lose, so far looks like they lose just because of losing a gunfight, but not really because of their positioning. And this switch up towards ramp as well, as Goodman somehow has managed to find Luki here and actually gets the second entry onto A side, and that will ring alarm bells for Lithuania. As now Karkas with the AVP looking to equalize the scoreline, but Tallin just finds another 2 players on A side, and looks like Ikas is all alone in ramp.
Yeah, they don't need to in particular like save this weapon, and Ikas can still go for the economical damage that I think he has to do. Like
he needs to get like 2 kills here if he wants to equalize this bomb plant and to try and keep AST eSports money under control. Still 11-3 scoreline is not the worst to be looking at, as he somehow comes out on top in this battle here. You can see that even small movements, just like a small shoulder peek, can really force a player to make mistakes, and well, unfortunately, Hencha lost his life to that here. Goodman with the AVP in hand is obviously going to try to keep that one safe, as he actually switches it out for the AK. They don't decide not to go for it, but still, Zwede has found Ikas here towards outside. So 11-3. I mean, if AST eSports get another round here, they shouldn't really feel too bad about themselves, because still 4 rounds. I mean, not the best news, but
against Lithuania, it's I think it's quite okay. But the city side has to be just phenomenal, and even that is kind of doubting for me.
Okay, so a Molotov's deployed here towards hut and doors, preventing any players from coming out. Luki with the AVP just misses the timing there, misses also the flick, unfortunately, as he tries to equalize some amount of damage dealt to him with that nade here, and that's an excellent angle to hold. If you're quick enough, and I feel like
again,
the timing.
the second time in a row when the timing messes everything up. Like still here, put down. Butters from which position? Oh, he found a player in the lobby,
and he's peeking towards doors.
The second time already. You can see like AST eSports. It doesn't feel like they learn. It doesn't feel like they learn. They're just peeking Butters left and right. Only Goodman gets the kill there, but 12-3. Only 4 more rounds needed for Lithuania to make this one count. And AST eSports, I'm not quite sure. I hope that they learned a lot from Lithuania's CT side. It was really good CT side. I'm really hoping that we're going to see the best now.
A very clean side actually coming out from Lithuania. As I said, not really too many mistakes around the board, and the only mistakes made or the rounds lost essentially, as already previously mentioned, is just lost gunfights really, but nothing too crazy coming out here. So it looks like Lithuania will be looking to return the favor by heading 3 players towards ramp, but you can see that the bomb is still holding back and Zverev with a quick kill onto Butters here, looking to find more as he's struggling at the moment. There are 3 CTs under heaven here, and Karkas with the help of his teammate will go down both of these players, as now Ikas really needs to make a move with the help of Lane B. They're going to be heading on to this site here. They need to find a player fast in order to plant this bomb safely, and they will go for the plan as the bomber will be dropped by Lebrance, and he will also pick up Lane B. So first round heading in the second half towards AST eSports way, and that's obviously good news for them. They'll be able to afford rifles and a few nades around the board. Obviously, still, we know Lithuania, and we've seen from teams like this before, same as previously mentioned, was Sports, and also I believe it was Volsung, who we also saw around. Even though they have pistols, they can still win that round.
Exactly.
And it doesn't matter which side you're on. So
let's see if Butters get lucky with the decal. As we can see, AST eSports, they have a bit different approach towards CT side than it was for Lithuania. They're a bit more passive with their angles. You can see no one is on the outside, so they don't want to risk it with those pistols. And we can see here Goodman as well. He did miss 2 players already who moved into the underground. Let's just see at which stage Butters will drop down into those vents.
I mean, I would like to know that Goodman at least said that there's a possibility that someone made it down. I mean, that's really the call you should be making here. If that call wasn't made, it can really bite them back.
You can see no one's in the B side. No one's in the B side as well. And the bomb will be planted, so it's going to be all 5 players still left alive. And now let's see what can AST eSports do. Was already 2 kills.
Oh my god.
They go wild, so now let's see how this Rita is going to go to us already. Look, he's just getting kills. Finally, Labra is going to take him down. Now, Karkas, can he find the kills? He will find one. He's looking for the second. It's going to be Goodman 1v2. And as you said, you don't count out those pistols.
So no call was made. You can definitely say that at this stage. And even if it was, then it's the person's responsibility who was playing, I would say, in ramp, for you to go downstairs and check that B bomb site. So nothing, like, it was a free plant. Instantly, obviously, the players from Lithuania had already positioned themselves in such a way where the first CTs, like, essentially no chance they're surviving, and that's exactly what happened here. Is now only Goodman left with the rifle in his hand, instantly giving the round back towards Lithuania, and now they'll be able to purchase up rifles of their own. And I would like to see a quick round coming out of Lithuania just to, like, prove their point and just shut this down. So hopefully that's going to be the case, as Lane B does have a Mac 10 in his hand, and also Butters is on the MP7. No MP5s yet we don't see in this match, but we'll see soon enough as the appropriate updates come out for us also to be able to broadcast games with these weapons.
Goodman on the outside, can he finally make a change here? They're going to move on forward, but they are going to instantly spot him and take him down. And now we can see the rest of CTs, they're not looking too good of a situation, as already the outside is complete control of Lithuania. No one's even peeking out from heaven, so the positioning from AST eSports is not the best, if you ask me. Let's just see, can Hencha react in time to find the first player here, and instantly he's going to take down Luke. That's already a job well done. We're going to see how they're going to continue this one off, as Ikas, there's going to be 2 players there in front of him. He's going to take down one. Look for the second one as well. He can't take it. And from the right side, they're going to come out, surprise the enemy. But as we can see, they're taking control now of the A site. It just was AST eSports rushing out from it to get that kill, that one kill.
So that in a comical fashion, they have given up the A site. Hensha has managed to find a weapon here. Obviously, the bomb has gone down on A. Lemby has positioned themselves in vents, and Hensha obviously will be looking to save this weapon to the best of his abilities here.
Now they should realize that the bomb is not here. Because as well, like the sound has been changed. Like
yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say. I mean, you should have already known as you're going down that it is an A bomb site plant. So guys, follow your updates and read the notes. As Carcass will find Zveda here. He was on low HP, admittedly. So
well, at least it's going to be an AK saved. That's kind of good news, but 14-4, it doesn't look like
unless he peaks and goes down, but it doesn't look like Lithuania players will be hunting. 14-4, a very dominant scoreline coming out here from them. I will remind you, if they close out the match like this, I win the first prediction game of this week.
Oh, good job, but you're not going to win the rest, man. I understand you got lucky here, AST Esports, they're not showing up. I definitely thought that they would be able to get those 9 rounds, but as well, like the map pick Nuke.
That's a bit of a wild card. That's definitely a wild card in the cocktail of all cards that we have. So, Goodman with the scout will find the first headshot here as he's looking to deal more damage through the smoke. Flashbangs coming through here, switching out to the Deagle, finds another one, looking to find a third here as he has zoomed in. He's low on HP and really should be surviving at this stage as he will go down to Butters with that AK in hand and all in with the smoke here, and with the help of Hensha able to hold on to this outside. So round really falling apart so far for Lithuania as Ikas has managed to find Hensha towards heaven, but both of these players are on 10 HP. And in a situation like this, well, I mean, you really want to group up and hope for the best of it, but Zvede with the flank will find the first player and will find the second. 14-5, 1 buy round heading towards AST Esports.
Yeah, it looks like Lithuania will go for eco and maybe a ramp rush. They haven't done those like rushes on the eco round, but as well, like they won before on the pistol round, so maybe they're gonna stick with their strengths and just play this one slow, look for the opportunities in the process. But let's just see now as the bomb is now heading towards the... Okay, they're gonna go towards lobby. No pushes just yet towards lobby, nor ramp.
Well, you can see the Molotovs placed down essentially in hut and also in towards a ramp. Zvede will find a convincing kill towards the ramp here. Will spot another player, but he's playing a dangerous game here and toying with his life, constantly repeating that angle considering there are 4 Deagles on the side of Lithuania, so those are still extremely dangerous. And as I say, he still manages to find another one. So a 5 versus 3 situation here in favor of AST Esports, but they still have an extremely long way ahead of them. As now Goodman here is going to be crucial, looking to find a head here. Unfortunately won't be able to succeed as he does eventually find the one, but Ikas will take him down, and now Zvede really needs to hold on with the help of his teammate as he finds his 3rd kill, I believe. But Ikas with a solid headshot here will equalize the score, and I believe that's a 4K for Zvede, if I'm not mistaken. So props to him and also props to Goodman. We can see that the rifle work is really paying off. All in, unfortunately, not really showing up too much so far on the side of him.
The same with Labrans as well. Yeah. He has been quite quiet, has have some good moments, like most of them, like after plant positions where he managed to get those kills. Well, let's just see, can Estonia make this one at the buy round that counts? As here, Goodman misses the first opening opshot. Has to be pretty careful as there are players waiting in the smoke. And now as they peek out, oh, they're tagging up Goodman, 22 HP left on him. Has to be pretty careful. He won't be able to get away from this one. No, he has to get the kill, and he's gonna go away.
I feel like this is a completely silly play with the AVP and with no support for you at all. So obviously that was punished, and now you have 2 players on one bomb site, 2 players on the other essentially, and Loki, that means he will be able to find the timing to rotate around and see if he can get into heaven. Obviously the teammates are going to be waiting for this, and I mean one of these CTs should really start to worry at this stage. Is heaven a possibility? As the player coming in through T-Main actually gets a kill here,
and only Zvede remains alive. How quickly Lithuania take the site and how quickly to find the other players. So 15-6. Can you remind us our predictions?
So one more time, I predicted it is going to be 16-7 in favor of Lithuania. You said it is going to be 16-9. So unless AST Esports come up with a miracle here, I might just sneak away with a win.
That could be the case, but I'm not quite sure even at this stage, even with my prediction. As for now, this time they're going to be a bit faster. Lambi instantly is going to head to check the A main, and he doesn't spot the player just yet. He spots the player on the heaven. He's going to take him down. Lambi could go huge here. It's going to be 3v3 situation as they try to take down the players. Only 2 will remain. Labrens with Zwede. One has up, the other one with the M4 waiting towards the A site. It doesn't look like they want to change their position just yet. They move into the B, as we can see here in the vents, as now Carcass can move all the way around, and
Carcass is faking it?
Yes, exactly. As here already he did spot the enemy player. He's gonna check the other side, and instantly
oh my god.
Only Labrens is remaining alive, and now let's just see if this is gonna work out for them. Can they plant a bomb? As here Carcass knows where Labrens is, and now as he's gonna push on forward, he should spot the enemy player quite soon, or rather he will spot him. Could this be the deal? Can Labrens do this one? Is going to be Limeby. No, Carcass finds him there in the end. 16-6.
16-6, indeed. So a very convincing match coming out from Lithuania, as expected. Yeah. As we already spoke before, Nuke is a very hard map to come back into, and obviously unless you have a wide strat book on the terrorist side here, it's going to be extremely difficult. Or on the other side, unless you have like an extremely solid hold on the CT as displayed by Lithuania. They did eventually lost like 4 rounds, but that's a forgiving scoreline. I mean, what really can you ask for?
No, this was just Lithuania one more time prove what they can do, and they are definitely the top contenders for that first spot here. For the finals, definitely. For the finals, definitely.
Excuse me, what I wanted to add is that in terms of what AST eSports could have changed on their T side, we didn't see any single nade thrown in through their roof.
Yeah, as well.
No Molotovs, no Molotov on top of the hut, no flashbangs going in, no organized nades, well, pretty much in general. Yes. So you could see that this map probably was not their pick, or at least they definitely have a lot of work ahead of them on this map. In terms of getting free food though, you still have a few final moments here. Just make sure you type in #Vault in the chat, as we will be announcing the winners in a very brief moment here. 1-0 in the prediction game.
Yes, I'm not feeling too great about that one.
You're gonna have a whole 0 throughout this week, I promise.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna pay the... Oh, I'm not gonna pay these people. But I'm just gonna make sure that you lose this week. I want to choose something spicy for you.
Yeah, and whoever turned in just now, what we were talking about is, of course, the prediction game that we are both having. So the first week, as you can see, was won by me, and with the beautiful text that's written there on his piece of paper there. And if now this time he wins the prediction game, I believe the punishment could be pretty weird.
Well, I mean, I have a lot of ideas, and I feel like the people will enjoy the one that I have already chosen, and there was a small hint dropped here. So the next match we'll be heading into is going to be between Autoclutch and Eskeltic.
Yes.
We will find out about the map soon enough when we come back, but for now, a small, as always, break.
Un tagad pārsteidz mani.
Lūdzu, jaunā Helio interaktīvā televīzija nomaina Lattelecom ITV. Televizors, tālrunis un planšete darbojas kā viens vesels. Tagad pārvaldi un aizraujies pilnīgi jaunā līmenī. Izklaide progresē. Helio.
The sound of big booming 4v4 friend fragging action. We'll fix you up. Go big, go boom with guns of boom.
This fire in my head's got me on edge. I'm going out tonight, faded on a thread. Don't know what's next, I wanna feel alive. I kissed a stranger in a white dress. She put a crown on top of my head. Said every king needs a queen in his bed. I said, hey girl, I'd like to stay here for a while, just you and I. Far from the places we can't get away from. She said, hey boy, I like your style. I'll let you play me for a while. Play me till the sun rises. Play me like a violin. Here with you now, not coming down. Leave my insanity up here in the clouds. Look what we found, oxygen we can breathe. Let the madness slowly undress. Rip the mask off over our heads. We can dive down deeper instead. I said, hey girl, I'd like to stay here for a while, just you and I. Far from the places we can't get away from. She said, hey boy, I like your style. I'll let you play me for a while. Play me till the sun rises. Play me like a violin. Play me till the sun rises. Play me till your hands give in. Play me like a violin. Play me till the sun rises. Play me till you can't hide it. Play me like a violin. Play me till the sun rises. Play me till your hands give in. Play me like a violin. Play me till the sun rises. Play me till you can't hide it. Play me like a violin.
and free. Who would we be if you weren't with me? No, I'm never going home again. We're like animals in the dark. Where we live, I make pretend. We're lost forever. We're lost forever. We're lost forever.
Dreaming so sweet. Dreaming too deep. Your love in my sleep. I am dreaming so deep, dreaming so sweet, dreaming so deep. Don't wake me up, wake me up. Dreaming to keep your love in my sleep. Dreaming so deep. Don't wake me up, wake me up. I am dreaming so deep, dreaming so sweet, dreaming to keep your love in my sleep.
Reaching out, and my heart is with you. So much in between, things we've never seen. You're a mirage that my mind can't see through. Are you here with me? One day we can see. And all my life, unbroken ways. But I know that time makes ways. But I know that time makes ways.
Hello and welcome back to Baltic Esports League Season 2. Once again, we're gonna jump into the last game of today, but first check out this. Check what's written there. Because this is gonna be the last time. Okay, maybe after the game we're gonna still see it, but this is gonna be the last day we're gonna see this beautiful sign. I really like it.
Make sure you get your screenshots.
Yes, exactly.
For now, though, quickly we're going to actually play out the giveaway of free food. So one more time, €10. Hashtag vote in the chat. You have your final minute to do so, and after 1 minute you're going to see the winner in the chat. So hashtag vote in the chat. You need to be also subscribed to be eligible for winning, and the winner will be announced in chat. And one more time, I will remind you, you just need to drop us a message on email for the address bsl@bsl.pro. Quickly recapping one more time the previous game, we saw the stomp essentially on the Nuke coming out from Lithuania, coming out on top of AST eSports. And I will remind you, Lithuania were the champions of Season 1.
Yes, exactly.
They have so far proved themselves in this season, definitely by scoring only wins. And so far, this was the closest game they came across. As the other two wins, they had 16-4 and 16-3.
And they even played against Skillords, which were the second place team. They were playing in the finals and they beat them 16-4, was it?
Yeah.
Something along those lines. So it's just crazy what Lithuania can do. And as well, we have high hopes for Autoclutch as well in this season.
Yeah, so Autoclutch is definitely a title to look out for, despite the fact that they're currently sitting on a scoreline of 1 victory and 2 losses. Still a force to be reckoned with, and especially on this map, I believe. Obviously, as Celtic are going to be able to fight back on this, and I feel like they definitely have the firepower necessary on their side, and also the knowledge to be able to play this map appropriately, which brings us to our next topic, the prediction game. So
yes, exactly.
I'm going to go ahead and say that it is going to be a 16-12 victory in favor of Autoclutch.
Okay, so giving a lot of hope for Celtic. I'm going to go 16-10.
16-10, okay.
Yes,
So I feel like it is going to be a close one, because we've seen previously that on train, essentially, as long as you can control the other team's economy, you can get relatively decent results on either side. Obviously, the counter-terrorist side is considered to be slightly favored here.
And I want to quickly make things right. Autoclutch, they're not from Lithuania, they're Estonian team.
Yes.
That are going to be a force that we're gonna not to be reckoned with. There are tons of crazy players there. The new additions, Sixta and Chetty, to the roster. We know how well Phil Leba plays, as well as the rest of the players. So this is gonna be a pretty interesting one. But on the side of Celtic, we have Displex, Nopper, Devor, Hoplo, and Rexel, all great aimers. But I still yet to see. Okay, there was only that one game that we saw where the team play was just out of the world for them.
And that was their first game of the season.
Yes, exactly. And now they've kind of fallen maybe apart. I wouldn't say that just yet. We definitely need to see how they're going to play against Autoclutch to make sure if Celtic are one of those top contenders for that final spot.
Yeah, so one more time, the map is going to be the train that we are going to be heading in here soon, as the players are starting to join the server here. I mean, it is a tactically versatile map for sure. There's a lot of fakes that you can throw, and obviously the rotations for the CTs, if they are not done in a timely fashion, especially towards that B bomb site to retake it, that it's really hard to get back into that site. So also for the person that is going to be playing on B bomb site on the CD side, he really needs to be a solid rifler. Classically, you usually have one person there in the buy rounds, and the second person is on rotation in the connector, so you can rotate between these two sides quickly if extra help is required.
And if they're lucky enough, they will have that AWP in the connector to rotate, because the AWP could easily shut down these pushes.
And he constantly has like mid-range to long-range battles where the AVP really shines and obviously doesn't pose too much danger upon himself. But still,
which players would you pick out from each team to be the most dangerous one in this matchup?
I would say Doist probably on the side of Autoclutch, just because I remember from Season 1 he really had good moments on the train.
Tons of highlights.
Tons of highlights. So I feel like that's definitely one player to watch out for. And on the side of Celtic, I'm actually going to go ahead and say that Devour.
Okay, so this time you pick Devour.
Yeah, there's a lot of smokes being used on train in general.
Yes.
So... well, judging from one of the games we saw, he found a lot of kills through those smokes, and I feel like he really knows his timings in order to play around, and just off the fact
was he
that...
the in-game leader as well for a Celtic, Devor? Or is Hoplo calling the shots?
Wouldn't be able to tell you that, unfortunately, just yet, but we will find out for future broadcasts who is the in-game leader for Celtic. If someone knows in the chat, please enlighten us so we know also and know who to blame.
On the side of Autoclutch, I believe Zdeek is calling the shots, and he as well is one of the main AWP players. Do you think that works well together? We know, of course, they're from pro scenes, there are tons of in-game leaders, AWPers. But I think in this kind of level, in Baltics especially, is it good to have that AWP player constantly making the shots as well? Calling the shots?
Yes and no. Like, it's... because... If the game is based around the actual AWPer, then it's easy for him to choreograph essentially what's happening on the map, also for him to be in a good enough position in the moment where that is required. If that's not the case, I'm not really a fan of that setup then, because I mean, playing the AVP does require a certain mindset towards the game, and you really need to think it a bit differently about how you position yourself, how you're going to be falling back if you get a kill, what you're going to do if you miss the shot, and so on and so on. So that takes a lot of time on your mind just to really have that in the back, like that B backup plan.
Yeah, as well, and when you're like when you're holding the angles as well, and you need to call the shots, you're not paying full attention to what's happening in the screen, so you might miss that first quick
Exactly, or you might not even have enough time to say what's happening. So we have all 5 players from AutoClutch on the server here, still waiting on Celtic to join. I would say that I would like to see a good, decent amount of strats coming out of Celtic, but my kind of inner hunch says that they're still going to be approaching this with a relatively loose play style. So I feel like they're going to try to abuse more spawns than actually approach this game tactically. Obviously, there's going to be a few smokes they know, and there is going to be certain fakes that they'll try to throw, but I don't think it's going to be anything too unorthodox that we're going to see in these games.
We both say that AutoClutch will take this one, and do you think if a Celtic start on CT side, and if their playstyle is as good as it was in the first game, could we be one more time losing the prediction game, both of us?
Potentially, yes, but that would also mean that I win it overall today, so wouldn't be too sad about that.
Of course.
But to say that if they are on the CT side, they would probably need something like 10-11 rounds in order for them to really have a solid feel about their terrorist side, because playing just default with a few nades on the T side is not really going to get you far unless you have some crazy timings on your lurker or something along those lines that really plays as a wild card towards your favor. So I mean, it's kind of hard to predict. I don't know how much they've actually been practicing for Inferno. I know that Latvian players in general do not mind playing Train.
Yes.
So just because it's a calm collective approach that you can have towards the map, you can essentially always think of something on the go, and also obviously it's relatively quite clear when you should head towards the other side if you are on the terrorist side.
Where do you think the AWP should be positioned for CTs? Do you like that that the AWP player mainly stays in Ivy, so you can look both towards the Ivy and time to time towards the main?
I actually, one of the worst situations that I always face when I play on Train is when the CT AWPer plays on the actual A bomb site. I hate that.
It's pretty tough to find
so much. Because like, he can quickly strafe out and get a solid kill and just instantly hide behind cover. Playing in the position of the stop sign behind the A bomb site is like kind of old news. Obviously, still, if you have a decent enough spawn, you can obviously peek into T main with an excellent angle. And if the terrorist players are going to be trickling out, you should usually get a kill in that situation. But that position is now naded, Molotoved, and so on, just to prevent from these players also from the CD side to peek from behind the site towards the sandwich position, which is on your right-hand side if you're on the CD side of the game. So there's a lot of details here. I'm also a fan of actually AWPers playing on top of the green bomb train towards Ivy, because like he can help with both then T main as well as the
pop
drop
dog
down or pop dog as we call it. I don't know if that is a widely spread opinion amongst other countries, but that's just how it historically has gone. So how many players do we have on the server now?
We don't have Devor in the server. The only guy
is missing. That's probably he's just mentally preparing for this game.
Maybe still playing some deathmatch to get in the zone.
He's just probably spraying through smokes right now on an empty server against bots and just practicing his timings here. So we'll be jumping into this match shortly. I hope that the winner has been already announced in the chat previously. So one more time, if you have won our giveaway, then excuse me, just a random notification on the screen. So if you have won our giveaway, then please do message us on bsl@bsl.pro just to make sure, so we can quickly double check everything and add those credits to your account. So hopefully lots of tasty food already on your way here, as we will be on our way on in Train. I'm still on Inferno. I'm still somewhere. Subliminal messages are coming out, and they're like that Inferno game. So
because
definitely,
I can't believe since we have a bit more time than Devor's not joining the server. Not like this. What was that? Like, just do you think they're gonna continue on like that, or was that just like a lucky day for them?
Well, it was definitely a shine of brilliance coming out of them. I just hope that the trend will continue. Obviously, eSports will be deducting things from that game as well and making according adjustments so that wouldn't happen. So obviously, is still, of course, a possibility for not like this to establish themselves on top of that game and just make obviously according deductions for themselves in the future and make sure that they prepare for their games. As we are still just checking out what
players are already calling out minus points, so the penalty will be applied. I want to remind you that there's one more thing, that if a team is late to their match, they will lose some points off of their winnings. They won't get that, and I hope they will realize that he's basically now robbing his teammates. But he's finally in the server.
So he's on the server. We'll be heading live here. We're just going to let know the players that we are ready here in the studio to head live into the actual match. I mean, so far, I feel like this is, I will be repeating myself, but I think this is going to be a close game. And I will remind you, if this does go into overtime, both teams already score points. The winner of overtime does get 2 points. The loser gets only 1.
Do you think there's going to be overtime in this map?
There is a potential if things get messy around the scoreline of, like, say, 12 to 9-ish or something.
Yeah, okay.
If the scoreline is going to be like that, there's definitely potential for on overtime. So we are into this knife round already here. Obviously, both of these teams will be eager to secure that CT side, as the first kill does come out towards the auto clutch players, and it looks like so far they're on top, as only Nopper here remaining, and he will go down. So auto clutch have won the first knife round, most likely will be staying here, and I feel like a classical B rush might be on the way for the Celtic players.
Yeah, maybe as well, but we've seen Latvians like that strat where they run through IV and then head towards B, or either from that second tunnel.
Stop giving away our secrets. How are we going to play Face It, man?
No idea, man, no idea. We need to work a bit more harder. You know?
Maybe. Well, we need to learn a lesson or two from not like this in terms of preparing for games. But now heading into this first round of this third game on the second week of BSL Season 2. Auto Clutch versus a Celtic. Nopper with the bomb already dropping down into Popdog here, as Steek already has found a player and Fileba has found one more. Steek will go down to Devour here, as Sikta already on the flank here, and Doista with the juicy one tap.
Only one player lost inside of Auto Clutch. Very great hold against the Celtic, and we saw that they went through Popdog, through a main as well, but that was not the easiest route to go to. Do you think like you have to go towards the B side so things like this don't happen?
B side is a bit closer to get onto the site in the first round, as long as your rush is coordinated enough. I mean, again, it depends on the team and how you like to approach this first round. Displex here might actually find the kill onto Fileba. Not entirely sure was that peek worth it from him. I mean, they're on pistols. Why would you just force that situation? It's obviously can be potentially checked here, as now Steek with the scout looking to equalize the scoreline. Unfortunately, won't be able to do it just yet, as he has spotted 2 players here. They will be picking up the bomb and will continuously try to cause chaos on the map to keep the auto clutch players guessing. So they're a man down. They have won the first round though, so hopefully Sikta can show us some sick stuff here as the players are gathering towards B here, and that is going to be a contact play. Rexel actually has retrieved that UMP, as well as now Displex will be leading the way with half HP with the Deagle in hand, and Chetty and Sikta both look really ready for this one.
They have 2 flashes already ready. Let's see if they're going to throw them down now. But it's going to be Sikta with the spray down. So he's going to find one. And the second one's going to go for Chetty, as only Displex with Nopper will remain. The Deagle will come in handy for Displex. But how many more kills can he get as he's looking for that shot? He can't find it. Nopper, last man standing, 1v3. Still a lot of damage that could be dealt. But Chetty, the man who rotated and saved the B site. So 2-0. They're looking pretty good here. And
also, unfortunately, there the bomb actually dropped in a straight line in front of that lower B exit. So Celtic players really didn't have any much options other than fighting for their lives in that bomb site. Obviously, an almost full economical round coming out from Celtic players here. You can see 4 players are going to be heading towards that Popdog area. Chetty really should hear this information and pass on it to Fileba, who's actually been fully flashed here. Steek missing shots with the scout, but Fileba with 2 kills, and Doista with another one, and the second. Only 1 player remaining here. That is going to be Devour, who has already found 1 player, but can he find more as he's being pushed from all sides, and Sikta will take him down with the the MP9. 3-0, a quick lead coming out from Auto Clutch here, but we've seen so far the same scoreline in all 3 games today, so we all know very well that it might as well say means nothing apart from Auto Clutch players being able to afford a decent amount of utility here on their side, as well as an AVP, a solid amount of rifles coming out on a Celtic side here. Devour with a quick peek towards Electric will go down to flames as he was tagged by the AVP, I believe, and that's already the man advantage here. Chetty just needs to make sure he doesn't overextend his welcome.
He overextended.
Why, man?
Yes, he just decided to push in, lose his life to no personal situation. 4-on-4, Celtic can still make this one work, as this is their first buy round. They definitely need this one. They have 2 players towards Ivy. Let's see how long they're going to hold them there, because usually you see like they're trying to hold that Ivy position, then they're going to rotate back and either go towards B or of course the A side. But more so side is going to be the A push. There is Nopper already waiting right behind the smoke of Pop Dog. Quite risky position if you ask me, but maybe it is going to work out.
But Doista's positioning actually is excellent here. He will be able to help out with anyone coming out of Pop Dog, as well as the off angle can really definitely play against Hoplo in this position, unless he has the mind awareness to check for it.
Check for the players that could be there, as there is the bomb drop down. Let's see, instantly Doist is going to get the kill. Now looking towards the Pop Dog position, as Nopper is only now going to peek out. They're going to come out here in the side, guns blazing, but Sig with the up.
This is what I mean. The AVP on A bomb side.
Yes.
I hate people who do this. Hate. Sorry, Steak. Hate. Or, excuse me, that was sick.
Yes.
Sick that even hated on the wrong player there. Regardless, though, the first buy round is going to be heading towards Auto Clutch's way, and definitely good news for them, as the Celtic players will be forced on pistols and armors here. As you can see, they're running through the bathroom area here, and will they go for a B contact play, as Sikta posted up with the AVP can actually get a first kill here and should be able to get away, as there is another player just behind him on the train, and there are no flashbangs on the side of them. And oh, will they walk?
Please walk in. Sikta, he is super ready with it. Let's check out Chetty as well, ready with the Molotov. Now Sikta misses the first shot. Instantly, I believe that is the smoke deployed there. Or was that the grenade? It could have been the grenade.
I believe it was an HE grenade here, as now Rexel looking to see if he can find any players here, but that's not going to be the case, as obviously Celtic players also realized that they were spotted previously. I don't think they know, Auto Clutch know about the bomb, but Philippa's positioning is offering so much information for these players, so they know that this is either a B hit or a Pop Dog situation.
Missing the first chance, but Steak is ready with the with the scout even. So if they're gonna go out, they have to be pretty careful. There's gonna be Philippa now going down there with one shot. Steak is gonna find one of the players inside. The second missing. The next shot has to be pretty careful. The players coming in towards him to the side, as he's still looking for the shots with that scout, and it's working out. How is he still alive? Only Rexel with Hoplo will remain. Rexel, last man standing, 1v3. He's gonna find Steak. Has to find 2 more players, but they're both 100 HP and Sikta. No problem there. They're going to defuse the bomb. Score will be 5-0. Quite impressive, if you ask me.
Well, they did manage to drop the bomb there onto the site and actually get it up and get going. Also, for Rexel there, I mean, he got that first kill and there was no tap onto defuse. I feel like he slightly rushed it with the second peek and could have tried to survive a bit longer there just to get the bomb timer down and perhaps force some mistakes coming out of Auto Clutch. Regardless, though, the next following round, 5-0 so far in favor of Auto Clutch. Nopper peeking with that
and
AVP.
Sikta will peek into him as well. This could be a pretty interesting one. Let's see, but Sikta, he's just waiting for the players to come through here from the lower part, and instantly Nopper is going to delete one of them, as now the bomb's even heading that way. Devor, will he spot the player? He does not spot him, and that's going to be the bomb drop down. Chetty, a lot of work to do here, but he uses the grenade, and that was kind of a mistake there, as now it looks like they want to take the control of that B side, but they're going to slow things down, as they do have Hoplo here lurking around in the A side, still making some noise, and they're dropping into the drop zone. So only now Doista will be here. Hoplo has to get his timings right to get the kill, as he now pushes out. Instantly, it's going to be Doista going down. Philippa did find the kill. It's going to be 2v3, 2v2, as he's going to get the kill, and here Rexel dropped so low. Only Steak remaining, as now the bomb will be planted, and let's see, how can he play this one out? He has the op in his hands, has to be pretty careful, as already there's going to be Rexel coming in here, and quick shot, as the first round will be now finally on the board for a Celtic.
So yeah, I mean, it looked like slightly bleak there in terms of Celtic rotating back towards the A bomb site.
Yeah.
Slightly dodgy there for a second, but did eventually work out. Now it's important for Celtic players to really capitalize on this first one round and stabilize their economy. Also, not a lot of money on the side of Auto Clutch. Essentially, if they lose this round, they will be forced on an economical round, as well as they did take a decent amount of damage in the process of these previous rounds. But Steak might actually find the timing here with the peak. And oh my god, it's like on a lifeline. He sees the weapon,
but he misses the shot and gets dropped down to 25 HP. That is super unfortunate, as now definitely Jetty has to be ready to rotate towards the B side if needed. Steak won't survive for too long, as Doist as well tagged up by the grenade from Devor. So as you said, he knows his nade.
So 2 players on low HP on the side of Auto Clutch, and only Devour on relatively half low HP on the side of Celtic here. So, well, judging just by the numbers game, Celtic are in a pretty decent position. They also still have a decent amount of utility on their hand side, unless like they can make some serious mistakes with them. On the side of Auto Clutch, I mean, they essentially have a flashbang and an HE nade remaining here. So Hoplo just throwing some flashes, trying to draw as much attention as he can towards this T main, and looking to see if he can dispose of any last nades remaining on the side of Auto Clutch before they trickle in. But it is going to be a B contact play coming out from Celtic here. A smart choice, also considering they have an AVP on their side, but Steak might change all of this as with his AVP, and as well Sikta still having another one on his back. This might all go so much damage.
As now only Steak will remain here. He has to defend. The bomb will already be planted. The players are running through the smokes almost, as it's going to be 5 players alive, and instantly Nopper is going to find Steak. Going to be 1v3 retake. Very good position for Doist. As you can see, Sikta has already gone down. They still have to find 3 more players. Philip now slowly pushing forward. Doist here's the enemy player is going to take down Displex. But has to be pretty careful, because already from behind lines they're going to come in. So now Doist the solo here, as Philip is not even trying to retake it. Just dealing some damage, knowing that this round will be lost in Celtic. They're looking pretty good here on the 2 rounds that they have won.
Yeah, so Celtic looks like they're starting to recover from their initial deficit in this round. So it is going to be 5-2. Obviously, having won 2 rounds in a row now, they also have stabilized their economy a bit. On top of things, they have managed to plant the bomb in this round as well. So far, it looks like that Celtic should be, in theory, able to bring this one back, unless they make some crucial mistakes in this following round. As you can see, they're still Fuleba with the M4, and we've seen him do miracles beforehand.
Yes, exactly.
So really, if the Celtic make a mistake or 2 in this round, this can really bite them in the back side, as Sikta now with the smoke in hand will be heading towards lower B here. Will be smoking quickly there, as the Molotov will be actually flushed out by that smoke grenade.
They're already moving into the A side here. Doista gets lucky that he doesn't get shot up, and already Philip has gone so huge. 2 kills in his name. They're the only two kills that they have, and he's gonna get Rexel as well. He knows that Luke Chady is gonna get the kill onto Hoplo. Only Nopper will remain 1v2. He's gonna find one of the players, but instantly from the back line, Sixta comes in, and that's gonna be the defuse coming in. Nopper even got the kill with a grenade. He lit like 3 kills in span of 2 seconds there.
And still, as I said, that M4 in the hands of Phileba came in extremely handy, as he, well, manhandled the Celtic in that situation, and essentially took this round upon himself to bring it back on the side of Auto Clutch, and it is going to be 6-2. One more time for Celtic players. They should be able to force up decently well here for a either well-executed round or a good solid rush. There are going to be 5 rifles on their side, and still a good amount of utility from them, so they should be able, I would suggest, trying faking towards A, maybe sending out like 2 players and having the remaining 3 rushing B in a good timing. As Sikta now with the peak, not gonna find any players. They are focused around this pop dog area, and Fuleba will go huge unless he will go down to Nopper.
He comes out from the smoke. He's gonna find 2, but he can't find a 3rd. It's gonna be situation 3 versus 2. As now already can Devor find any of the kills. The players are hiding. The bomb will be picked up, and they're gonna probably rotate back towards the B site, as it looks for now. Although there's still tons of time on the clock.
Yeah, Displex and Devour really need to be a dynamic D-letter duo here. That's a lot of D's. That's what she said. And 3 versus 2 situation, still a full minute on the clock here, as Doista one more time will be positioning himself closer to this T main area, and unless he overextends here, oh my god, that was dangerous news, but still a lot of information gathered here, so he knows that there's definitely at least one player towards here, and now Sikta really needs to hold on to this B bomb site. As you can see, he already understands it is going to be a B hit. We'll find the first initial kill. It is going to be looking for that cross over here, and I believe he just spotted the player here.
That could have been the case, but here's Stellivor still gonna get the kill, but he can't get the kill against Sikta. As you mentioned, he did spot him, and 7-2, the CT side looking really good for auto clutch, and as you already said, I saw that they need like 4 or 5 rounds here.
Yeah, they would definitely want to have, well, not 4, I would say 5 is probably something that you would like to, well, the baseline where you start to kind of feel comfortable on this side, but there's definitely a lot more possible with the decent terrorist side on this map, which is one more time Train, if somebody doesn't know. As Nopper here has made a decent amount of noise towards B, will force out an HE grenade from one of the players, and one more time Chetty, why would you...
But he still managed to survive. That's really good job here as already, because he's going to be pushed. Has to be pretty careful with the grenade.
How is he still alive?
No idea.
Oh my god, he actually gets still 2 kills on the process, and also one with the nade, and another one, a 4K from Chetty somehow. Don't ask me how that works.
Yes, I have no idea. Like, all the they're staying alive in the weirdest situations you can possibly imagine.
But they're really pushing their luck with these greedy pushes towards Pop Dog. Like, I understand the idea, but the timing definitely was not there. It's the beginning of the round. You know they have pistols. You know they're going to be grouped up. Like, probably not going to be like a single terrorist player with only a pistol in hand laying around. Yeah. So why would you essentially push that? Unless there was some sort of mistaken call from the B player on the side of auto clutch. That really should not be the case. But Zdeek is in dangerous territory here with that HE grenade. The player dropping down will drop him down instantly as Sikta.
Together with Phileba, they get the kill onto Displex, as our situation is going to be 4-on-4, but as you can see, the terrorists are being pretty careful about how they approach this side. They have to be pretty careful as well, because Chetty is already pushed up how far you can see here. Just waiting for the player to come through, and he is going to come through.
No, don't switch it up.
Oh, he still managed to spot the player, deal tons of damage. Now with the Molotov, he'll manage to get himself away. But the last bullets, no, there's not going to be the kill there. Chetty will burn down Rexel. After all, and Sikta is now going to be ready.
What?
No way! No, Demor, what is going on? As now they drop into drop zone, there's one player, they're going to try to peek out, but Phileb instantly shutting down one. Only Hoplo remaining here, 1v3, as he peeks out and won't get Phileb. That's going to be the 9th round on the board for auto clutch. My goodness, how did it work out for Chetty that well in the end?
I mean, this is the 2nd time in a row where we're like, okay, why are you doing this? And at the same time, he still somehow capitalizes off that situation. Fair enough, it was slightly unlucky for his Celtic players, but still, 2 kills are 2 kills.
Yeah.
And hey, if that means for the guys to burn down in flames, well, essentially, that is literally what happened. So, Hopla with the Deagle here is going to be looking to peek from T-main towards that stop sign, looking to find any players. And you can see just the amount of utility used to keep back hold of these players, as Doista will be challenged any second now. Hopla will go down. That nade should deal a good amount of damage. Oh, I believe that's like around 100 in total there. So Doista has already essentially finished this round off. I think he just spotted also the players boosted up here, so he's playing the smart game, not being too greedy, and now the push will come through Ivy here, and Doista really should be going huge here as he finds the first player, gets the second one, and there's no trades coming in. These players are splitting up and offering him the chance to get a 4K, as he will go down to Rexel, and only him remaining against Zdeek and the company, but Chetty already with the time flank.
Yes,
10-2.
Exactly. These games have been quite one-sided. Even the game Not Like This versus Vaz, it was one-sided because Not Like This were on point all the time. Beforehand, we also saw Lithuania just being dominant, and here as well, auto clutch.
Well, in season 1, we also had games that were constantly just overtimes in a single day. So, I mean, I guess it's just one of those days, as they say. As Displex is going to be heading towards the Pop Dog area here, is going to be nading downwards just to make sure no Chettys have pushed up. As Phileba now peeking towards that main. And Chetty actually has found here
Again!
Both Devour and Displex, he just constantly pushes and still comes out on top, and that is just horrible news for us Celtic, as Fileba will find Nopper here. A 5 versus 2 situation, still 1:15 on the clock, and Doista spots both of these players. Information passed on. You can already see that, I believe that's Fileba that's flanking towards the T main here, as Rexel will go down to Doista, so just solid rifle work coming out of these players. And can we quickly see, please, the scoreboard?
Fileba and Jetty both with 17 kills. They have been phenomenal this matchup with all those weird pushes and everything else is just working out for them.
And I did previously mention Doista on as a player to look out for. He did win some crucial rounds there, but it looks like it's a different day for these players, as we're going to be heading into a small technical pause here. And just briefly talking about these Celtic players, I mean, there's nobody really standing out. Hoplo is sitting on 3 kills, which is not great news.
Well, Rexel has had some luck.
Rexel really
good positioning as well.
He's had decent headshots throughout the match, so that's definitely something to look out for the future. And also note for yourself that if he has an AK or a Deagle, if I remember correctly, then he should be a dangerous man with those weapons. Is now Fileba one more time with the Molotov towards T main. Player's going to be heading out, actually not burning down, as Doista looking to establish another one, as Hoplo will find Steak here in the process, and Rexel finding another one. So this is going slightly toward Celtic player's way, is now only Doista remaining here in a 1 versus 2 situation. The flashbang could really help out, but the players evaded.
They know where he is, and now he knows at least where one of the players are. Now with this grenade he could deal tons of damage. He's gonna be pushed, but no, Nopper is gonna win this duel with 5 HP, and the third round will be there for a Celtic, and they definitely need to win this last round of the first half.
Yeah, I mean, off the back of this one, I feel like they're going to attempt another fast push towards either of the sides here. I mean, the spawn really doesn't offer you the option to push fast either way, so you'll need to find your timings. But Steak with the auto sniper here and deploying that smoke grenade is looking to equalize the playing fields here, deploying flashbangs constantly, as Doist has already found 2 somehow, looking to get the third. Will fade away for a second there, as he's still on decent amount of HP. Chetty has found a player, Fileba has found one, and also Doist, so auto clutch. Extremely convincing half coming out from them, 12-3, a solid hold from them. As I said, not really too many mistakes have been made on their side as well, same as Lithuania previously. So really good notes to take on in terms of how to approach the CTU side on these well, let's say relatively dominant CT-sided maps.
That is the case, and otherwise they've done such a great job. I want to see their T side, what's going to be their approach. So 4 players towards the Ivy and 1 player towards the A main.
And a double player push coming out from a Celtic here. They hear the players as Rexel falling back here. Will find one, and
yes, he was waiting to get those kills, but there won't be any luck for only Nopper with Hoplo will remain. Hoplo waiting inside, instantly will be taken down by Fileba. Only Nopper remaining here, and as I already said, this is looking
very bleak, as Nopper has managed to found Steak here, but still needs to do tons of work, as the bomb already has been planted. He doesn't have a defuse kit himself, and there's a player already peeking towards here. As Nopper actually, oh my god,
he's gonna get
that was like legit punishment coming out from Doist in that situation. Like, you dare peek me. So it is a 13-3 situation. Really, auto clutch here should be just holding for any pushes and then afterwards grouping up and heading towards a single site. I mean, you can give up the first, I would say, almost the first minute in terms of holding for any sort of pushes, as Displex here looking to find Chetty, but Chetty just with the non-stop aggression finds another 2 kills here with the MP7, looking to find a third, almost drops the player. Somebody stop that man, as now Doist is on the hunt here, already outside on the site, and Rexel is in for something, as Devour has found a kill but will go down, and a quick cleanup coming out from auto clutch obviously shows that they want to close it out quickly. So looks like my prediction is heading out the window, but let's just
that is already pretty good.
Let's just ignore that.
For now we'll definitely ignore that. But Chetty, how can you get that many kills with MP7 long range?
The man probably practices the weapon. I don't know. Like, if you use it on a daily basis, you probably get good at it. So that's at least how it works. There's this interesting positions coming out of these players.
How is Sikta still alive? Oh my god! Only now Rexel with Nopper will remain. Only Nopper remaining. He's looking for the kill. He's gonna get it against Steak. I already thought that that's gonna be it. That they can't even get one kill here in this round. Now they're gonna push on forward. But Cherry with a Deagle is gonna finish him off 15-3. This is just unreal auto clutch. They're looking better and better by every game we see them.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, well, I mean, that's why I wanted to pick also one of their matches as match of the week, but was not really convinced. This has definitely convinced me. So for the next following week, most likely I'll be following to see which opponent they will be facing, as we are heading into what could be the last round here, a bye round versus bye round. Auto clutch 15-3 coming in here already. Steak looking to find a kill, and he will able to find another one on the side and spots Rexel as well, as he will take down Steak. But Chetty with the kill onto Devour, sick to finishing off Rexel, and only Nopper remaining here in a 1 versus 3 situation. And really, you cannot envy the guy, because he doesn't even have a defuse kit. He has a single flashbang and needs to go huge against these players. And I believe he might have just been heard.
Let's see, Doista, he doesn't realize it just yet. Nopper's gonna take the kill, and now they realize where the enemy player is. So Sita, he's gonna plant up the bomb, and now Nopper, as you said, without the fuse kit, has to look for this clutch. Has to find 2 players, and with Doista's positioning, it's gonna be pretty tough. And Sita's already looking this way. He's gonna see the enemy player and look for the kill. That's not gonna happen just yet. Doista is ready as well. They're just playing with him. Nopper, 1 kill is there. 48 HP left on him, and here Doista, oh, he does not kill him. Nopper can still do a lot here with 20 HP, but no.
With the 1 tap. So a very quick match coming out from Auto Clutch here. Cannot really say they needed that clutch part in their name. It's more like auto win. When you're watching this match, a solid stomp coming out of them, and off the back of just a solid CD side. As already said before in the pregame small breakdown that we had there, unless the Celtic have prepared a proper strat book against these players, you most likely are not going to be heading into a close match. Even though I felt like it might be a closer scoreline, this, however, does mean that you have scored a single point in today's prediction game, and we are tied up 1-1. That is going to be the case. But speaking of today's punishment, I have decided that I can finally get rid of this thing, and I will be just destroying that. Thank you. See? So that's
very quickly,
your victory.
But
there.
You know that the pictures are here forever. We already have them on our Facebook page, BESL Pro. Check that one out. There's a beautiful picture before this day's stream. I really like that. I think I'm gonna even frame that picture.
I hate the internet, so right. So a very quick match. Really, nothing much you can add about the gameplay. Very solid hold coming out from Auto Clutch, and obviously a proper amount of aggression. Seeing the opportunity that they can close this match out quickly. So extremely pleased to see how they've grown. It's also extremely pleased, to see how Fileba has performed today. He has been a crucial rifle player, and Chetty, which is like, I don't know, man. The MP7 apparently is the new AK on train. So that is it, what we can say about that.
And of course about today, but we still have a stream tomorrow, and of course after that on Thursday as well. So let's check out the schedule, what we're going to see tomorrow. We can talk about a bit. So we're going to see 2 Latvian teams clash up against each other, Volsung versus AST eSports, and they already met in GOEXANIMO tournament. If I'm not mistaken, of course, Volsung came out on top.
Yeah. So they're probably going to be looking to repeat the scoreline.
Yeah.
And the next following game that we're going to have is going to be Lithuania versus Aind.
Yes.
I feel like Aind, seeing Lithuania play today, and also knowing their previous game results in this second season, are probably not really looking forward to that match tomorrow. And hopefully, I mean, they have games to learn from, and all 3 games that Lithuania have played on have been on different maps. So they have had Inferno, Cache, and they had today, what was that?
I believe it was Inferno as well against Aston, wasn't it? No, Nuke.
Nuke, yeah, of course, completely lost it there. So, yeah, a lot of crazy things happening today. And the last and final match that we're going to see tomorrow is going to be
Žalgiris again, Figure 5, and both Lithuanian teams. As we saw, Figure 5 won against Skinlords Red 16-1. Yeah. And Žalgiris, we know that they're a good team, so I'm really looking forward to that matchup as well. Could be
and they definitely look a lot better this season than the previous one, as they did finish off on that slightly shaky note there, but did manage, if I'm not mistaken, to save their positioning in this season. So all in all, a action-packed day here, definitely also filled with an upset, so make sure that you do check us out in the replay to see that first game and the remaining games. But in order to do that, you do need to be subscribed to our channel. Well, not really.
You
but
don't need
it
to.
Just
But
kind of
it's better. It's better. With the quality, it gets better than everything else. It just
you know,
falls in
if
place.
you're subscribed, you can watch HD. I'm totally lying, but that's the truth. So there you go.
Exactly. What else can we say? We had already our Vault giveaway. Congratulations to the winner.
Yay.
A great thing. And of course, let's check out standings after today. Quickly, a recap which team is now on top of the scoreboard.
By all means, lead the way.
Of course, Lithuania, 3 wins already, so they're on the top there. Mighty Wolves as well, they had a great start already here in the season. They're looking to be just better and better. They had a crazy game in GOEXANIMO tournament, semifinals against, or was it even the... No, I believe it was the semifinals.
It was the finals in ESCA, you mean?
No. Oh, they played it already then. They played the ESCA finals. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, they kind of lost it, but it was an extremely close game.
Oh,
and
so at least
I believe they lost
practice.
it. The scoreline like 2-1, and there was 16 to 14 games on the board throughout the match. So it was an insanely intense. I would suggest to watch that replay.
And you know why Lithuania is on top of Mighty Wolves at the moment? Not because it's in alphabetical order, because there's a round difference.
Correct.
So Lithuania at the moment are looking a bit better in that position, but as you can see, there's as well Wolfson with 2 victories, 1 overtime loss. So at least they have grabbed a point from every single game. Figaro 5 as well looking pretty good. Not like this after today. I'm convinced that they're going to look even better afterwards.
And also pleased to see them so high, and I hope that trend continues, as well as Auto Clash is following up now with 2 victories, 2 losses in the 6th position, as well as XGR eSports just after that. And as they still have matches to be played.
Yeah, Wasd in the middle right there, but let's check out the second part of the standings. We can see
you're just going to ignore the fact that Wasd Sports are in the middle.
I don't want to talk about it. I'm pretty shocked after the game from not like this. So I'm hoping that soon they will be able to grab that top positions there. And you can see Žalgiris, Estonia, these teams, they just need to put in a lot more work, especially Skinlers, the second place from the first season, and they're in 13th place at the moment. Not looking good.
Yeah, not looking good so far, but there have been lineup changes, and obviously ideas and core chemistry has changed. So perhaps that's what's taking into effect here. We know they had a slightly shaky game there, but enough about the past, more about the future. See you guys tomorrow here. We are going to be hitting live
6:30.
6:30 is when the music starts. 6:45 is when you see our faces. But until then, I'm V, he's
I'm MV,
and bye.
See you.
Flat on the floor of my life, the world just leaves me behind. I wanted more at this point, but I keep losing my voice. I don't wanna be like that though. Better grow a fucking backbone. In my voice, I don't wanna be like that though. Better grow a fucking backbone. Better grow a fucking backbone. Better grow a fucking backbone. Nobody said it'd be easy, but we took a train to the ceiling. And now I own all of my feelings. Don't wake me up from the stream. I bought a one-way ticket to space. Let's get out of here. I heard Jupiter's nice this time of year. Out in the wild.